this live.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're live and we are super duper ooper late. We are late, Dad. Oh
We
God,
really are, but it's okay.
we are totally late. Blame Dylan. We were drinking. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. See, there's the
yep.
proof.
We
Mhm.
were drinking and it got it got wild. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He still can't put the cup down, y'all.
Y'all know me. I stay thirsty.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Ooh.
man, yeah, we are super late. I don't even know. Like, I know I had like several people waiting on these streams that we were doing, and I'm like, man, it's bad. Hey, Cryptic, sorry for being late. Life happened.
True.
Yeah,
Y'all survive. Y'all be okay.
yeah, we'll survive. Like Donna Summers said. I know some of y'all too young for that, so it's okay. It's okay.
Oh
It's
And
boy.
okay. It's
I'm
before
young
their
too.
time.
I'm young too, but when you live in a black family, you tend to learn a lot of old school music all the way up into the 1950s.
That was some good music though back then. I mean,
Yeah,
today's music can't touch it.
no, you're right. You're right. You're right. Especially those records that were like the songs were like 12 minutes long, and and mostly it's just the music. Like they'll have a few lyrics or whatever, and then the rest of it is just like, yeah, you better get on dance floor and dance because we're dancing all night to this track.
That's right. That's damn right. Shit.
Right. Oh, see, Dylan, you were right. Somebody was going to ask us about Peacemaker.
I knew
Cryptic,
it.
I forgot. I forgot it. I forgot it was coming on. I'm not even going to lie to you. And I have HBO Max. I don't know
Yep.
how I forgot that it was coming on. I am so sorry, you guys. I did not see Peacemaker.
Don't worry, you're not
Wow,
the
I'm
only
missing.
one. I forgot the entire thing for even the entire movies. So I'm just like I didn't even know there was a show coming until like you guys told me. So I'm just like, "Oh yeah, that existed. Oh yeah."
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He said because wow, I didn't think it was possible to bleep a butterfly yet. There goes Peacemaker doing in episode one. You know what? Nope, nope, nope. I'm not about to fall. I'm not about to fall down that rabbit hole with you, Cryptic, because that sounds. I don't know if it's the sounds disturbing, creepy, or whatever. Best damn opening to a comic book show in a long time. They have an opening. They have an
Oh
opening.
boy.
There's an
Yeah, they
opening.
have an intro. It is literally the worst fucking thing I've ever been subjected to in my entire life. I hate every single thing about it. I wish they had never done it. It's oh god, it is the worst fucking. I hate anything that looks even remotely like a musical, and that is absolutely what that is. So I hate that shit so much.
Oh, what Dylan said it sucks, Cryptic. Sorry. Keely
I
said, "Hey
can't.
everybody, what's going on?" Nothing much. We just ran behind schedule, and we had to do this. We had to recreate these streams over again because computers decided to want to freak out on us. So yeah, we're doing it live. What's that? What's that? You remember that scene that Bill Murray did? He was like, fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it
Fuck it,
live.
we'll do it live. Hell yeah. I always remember that, yeah, from fucking Bill O'Reilly when he was
Yeah,
like
Bill O'Reilly,
freaking out.
boy.
He was
I
like,
was like,
"There are no words on that teleprompter." He was like, "Fuck it, then we'll do it live. We'll do it live." I was like, "That's my man's right there." I respect that so
I
much.
was like, I wonder does he know that like the
Oh boy.
camera's still on?
Yeah, I know. I really don't think that he did. He was just like, "Ass, to hell with it. I don't care."
Yeah, like he was just pissed, and they were like, we
Yeah.
caught it all on camera. We caught it all on camera. But yeah, um. So what should we start talking about first? Should we talk about what we just saw on Instagram or what?
Oh boy.
I mean, we're going to talk about these subjects anyway, so we might as well.
Yeah, you might as well just rip the band-aid off and just start immediately about, the G4 thing.
All right, all
Yeah.
right. So Dylan, what do you think about the G4 thing? Hey, how's it going, Free Fire Pro?
Oh God. How do I feel about it? I mean, like for one thing, like everybody's been talking about it for a while now, or for like a few days since the clip came out. I don't understand why, and I think everybody's kind of said this. This is something that we've heard before. Like she wasn't the first. She definitely didn't do it the best. So that's why I'm like, why did you feel the need to bring this up again? This whole thing of like women don't exist just to be good looking for you. It's like, well, it number one, it doesn't hurt. Number two, like when you're in something like this, like a visual medium, like when you're on TV or you're on YouTube or whatever, like it helps much more when a person is attractive. We've always known that whether they're men or women, it's always more helpful if you're attractive. So I mean, like to come at it with that point and saying like, well, they don't exist just to be good looking. It's like that might not be the only reason that they exist, but it's going to be one of the reasons that you're possibly popular because like I said, people just like things that are beautiful. Not even just people, like art, like when it comes to like nature and shit like that. Things that are pretty, people are attracted to. They flock to it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And that's where I was like, why did you feel the need to make, especially when you're on a channel that deals with video games, to bring that shit up? Plus, I mean, I don't know if y'all kind of like caught on to it. Kate, I don't know if you actually watched the clip or whatever, but there
did.
was a part in there. You did? Okay, good. There was a part in there where she basically tells on herself and them, and she tried to cover her ass a little bit, where she basically told us that, you know, she doesn't actually take part in these reviews. She's reading from a script, that all of them are just reading from a script that somebody else wrote. So it's like, why should I care about what you're talking about then when they can just post that review and I can go read it? I don't need you to read it to me. So I don't know why. And she tried, like I said, she tried to cover her ass a little bit by trying to say, like, we do contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But when we're reading from a script, I was like, so how much of it is actually your opinion? And how much of it is just you reading from a teleprompter? And that's where I was like, you really didn't think this all the way through because you're kind of destroying your own channel here. So I mean, I hope that they look forward to that because apparently they've been losing subscribers. So I hope that they do make sure to pat her on the back and say thank you for killing our channel because you did a great fucking job at that. Apparently your review videos suck if you're this hurt about what people have to say about you. But I do hope that you take some amount of pride in bringing G4 down yet again.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy about that is I was watching Clownfish TV video. They talked to people that was in NBC, and they said NBC was not pleased with what happened on G4, and it's just like, well, then y'all need to realize that this bitch need to go. No offense, but it's a time and a place for that. It was not the time nor the place for that moment. We were talking about Red Dead Redemption Online, and she broke that shit up talking about, I want to talk about something that's even more important. Sexism in gaming. No. Unless you got confirmation that Red Dead Redemption 3 was coming, that was not important. That was not the time nor the place. And if I was NBC, she would issue a public apology, or she's getting off the air, or she's getting off the TV, and we're going to find good-looking, attractive women. Because first off, you found Gerard, you found Black Hokage, who are actually on YouTube that actually have followers. I don't know nothing about Black Hokage, bitch ass, but Gerard, the completionist, everybody knows him. My thing is, there were plenty of other beautiful women that play video games. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't get none of them? But you got Gerard, you got the Black Hokage, and you got a girl that came from esports commentary that I've never heard of before. And then and then not even that, she gets mad that she gets criticized for her hot take, especially when she was talking about how Microsoft have more exclusive than Sony, and Sony is a dead console. Well, slow your roll, bitch. Slow your roll. If you don't have a PlayStation, but you have a PC, then you can't really talk about what's good or what's bad or who has more exclusive. You don't have the PlayStation, and technically, the PlayStation actually has more exclusive than any console on the market. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. For her to get on there and say that, and then get mad that we were criticizing her, and then try to say, "Oh, it's because I'm a female." No. Because if Gerard came on there with that bullshit, if Black Hokage came on there with that bullshit, if Adam Sessler came on with that bullshit, we would call them out too. But they know damn well they better not ever have pulled what you pulled. And that's my thing too. I get tired of these feminist women, excuse me, always talking about, I want to be treated equally like the man. Okay, cool. You get treated equally like the man, and then you want to cry foul play, and then be like, "Oh, you're oppressing me because I'm a woman." Nah, it don't work like that. And sorry, you don't like that. People don't think that you're fuckable. I'm sorry. When you look like a wannabe Justin Bieber, what do you want people to say? People see. You have to remember, this came from a legacy company where we saw Morgan Webb, Christina Adams, Olivia Munn, hot, beautiful women who actually knew what they were talking about, and then they get lesbo bitch. That doesn't make any logical sense. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? But again, another thing that she needs to understand, this is a visual media. You're working in a visual media. I'm sorry you don't like it, but guess what? You're going to have to start looking more presentable. I can tell you that. And let's be honest, Dylan, Kate, let's be honest. If all of us were went to the gym and we all worked out for 12 weeks straight and we had badass bodies, I bet you are, and we showed ourselves on camera right now after we got in shape, our subscribers would fly through the roof. Why? Because we look hot. Sorry you don't like it. It's the truth. Sex sells. Sex sells. You don't like it. Oh well. That's just how the world is. But also, you're in a male dominant place where the target audience is mostly straight men. I don't understand why you have feminists entering an area that's mostly predominant for men, and then want to come in here and try to change shit up. It doesn't make sense. I don't go into a female dominant area and change up shit. Be like, you're being sexist to men. What? Why can't men do this? You know what I'm saying? I wish a man would come up in a female environment and then say some bullshit like that. Come on now.
Oh man, I would just love to see a guy just coming into Barbie and just being like, "Why can't us men enjoy Barbies and peace?" And that would be fucking hilarious, man.
Kate, I'm gonna need you to stay out of my diary, please. I have asked you several times.
Right.
But my whole thing is too, she's over here, just the privilege, the entitlement that she came at with that whole fucking monologue by ending it with "Oh, and if you have a problem with me, but you can't quite put your finger on why, you're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the audience only exists to make sure that your day is good." What the fuck kind of mentality is that?
Oh my goodness.
Drives a man to drinking, I swear to God, every damn time.
Yeah. You're telling me.
I can't, because this whole thing with these white feminists, and they usually, I don't know that she's a lesbian. I have a very strong inclination that she probably is, but I mean the whole thing, when you come in and you're like, I need to lecture everybody and make sure that they know they're supposed to respect me because I'm a person. It's we could tell, we knew that because we see you, but we didn't need you to do this whole and that's why I'm saying this is something that we've heard before. We've already heard the whole thing of women don't only exist to be objectified. And it's well, yeah, we know that. We're not trying to do that. And that's the other thing. It's there have been people who've actually looked at the comments on their videos and shit. And it's it's a very, very small number of people who are commenting on her looks. So it's why are you letting that little tiny minority be the one to get you so riled up? What do you think that you're actually accomplishing? You're not going to change their minds by going on this whole long rant and having everybody in the studio clapping for you and shit. Those people who are talking shit on you for your looks, they're still going to do that. And now you've told them that if they do it, you're actually allowing it to get to you. So you're not accomplishing anything. If anything, you're giving them more fuel to the fire because now they feel emboldened to do it even more. So I
Yeah.
mean, I don't understand where she thought she was going to be helping herself there.
Yeah, that's really weird to me because, like, I remember when I was talking about, Tom Taylor and him saying that he has to take a lot of time to block and report every person who sends him a message. It seems really much like that, and she's just like pushing herself to this, like, okay, like you gotta not say this about me, but then you're gonna encourage people to do it just for the fun of it. Like, they may have not liked you at the beginning, but they're definitely not gonna like you even more if you keep saying that you don't like this specific thing. It's just like, okay,
Exactly.
understand your, like, the audience. They're going to be assholes. Like, a majority of men, they're going to do things the opposite of what you say because, they're risk takers, and I've experienced that 24/7 with my own dad. So it's like, if I tell him no, you cannot have this for dinner, I'm in the kitchen making it for dinner, or my sister's making that for dinner, and he's just like, yeah, he got his way, but hey, at least I'm getting a new PS5, so
See, that definitely does help with it. But I
like,
mean, yeah, and especially when you look at something like when it's over the internet and people can be anonymous, they don't have to show their face, you don't know their name. Obviously, they're going to do and say whatever the hell they want because there's no accountability. And that's totally fine. Like, that's one of the things you have to understand about being on the internet. There's going to be that anonymity of people where they're just going to come in and talk shit because they know that they can. They might not even really mean it. They just know that they can come in, say whatever they want, and then leave. And you will never know who they were. They trade on that. They thrive on that. So the only thing you can do is not give it air. Just ignore the shit. Like, it's not going to do you any good to come out and like try and go on some long rant about it. As this chick is probably learning, I would hope, because I guarantee this did not do anything good for her.
it really didn't. Like, let's be
No.
real.
Nope, it sure didn't. And NBC is worried because they're like, wait, hold on, what's going on? Because they spent money into bringing G4 back because they wanted G4 to come back. And then here this chick goes talking about, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace. No. That's
And you know
the
what's
wrong
kind of
word.
funny about that? Like, you have all these other failures that are connected just like that. They're just like, if you don't like my book, don't buy it. And there's like a lot of other incidents where that's happened. And they're not taking,
Yeah.
like, none of these people who are in the business are like taking notes of these events and being like, hey, I wonder how this business went out of business. I wonder why this show's not doing as it did 10 years ago. Like, that kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
just like, maybe just look at what other people are doing and maybe do the opposite of that. Like, I would be more surprised to see someone actually taking notes of how businesses are doing right now, like Marvel, DC, any other company, Sony, Warner Brothers, that kind of thing, and see what they're doing and being like, okay, let's do the opposite of that. I mean, Japan's a fine example. I mean, there's still one kind of element, like a few elements of wokeness in there, but it's not as overtaken as the Western area. It's like they're actually taking their shit seriously because they want that money. Like, that's their main priority, money. So why aren't we getting into that, intelligence? Like, why are these people so stupid? Like, some of these people really need to keep their mouth shut. And when they were recording that, did they ever question, hey, maybe we should, like, test this reaction, like, let's give it to a fake audience and see how they like it, and if they don't like it, then we'll not post it, and do that. Like, that would have resolved a lot of issues. Like, if nobody really liked what she said, then they would be like, okay, then we're gonna redo the episode and do it like again. I mean, I know that's a lot of time, money put into this, but come on, we want it to be right the first time. We need it to be right the first time. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
especially because like there are so many other different guys that I mean that they come at this type of shit and they do this so much better on YouTube channels by themselves. And then you have this chick who's coming on talking about like, oh, well, we all read from the same script and Adam which he's a complete dumbass. I've actually been having fun like seeing people roast him like for all of the like stupid shit that he said on Twitter. I'm like, yo, y'all are complete dumbasses. So I don't know where she thought that this was going to do any good because not only is it making people hate like them, like the whole channel in general. But now it's also like falling over onto like her co-host and shit. Now that they're going into everything that he's said on Twitter and shit like that, like this is the grander consequences of you speaking up and doing this whole like ranting bullshit. Now you're actually getting like some flame for also your co-host. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I really hope she feels some amount of like confidence, some amount of pride in the fact that she just basically destroyed this whole fucking channel all because of one rant because she couldn't handle a couple of trolls on the internet. So I mean, round of applause to you, girl. I mean, I don't think I know of anyone else who has single-handedly destroyed something that big since Monica Lewinsky gave Bill Clinton head in the Oval Office. Like nothing since then has been that monumental.
I'm trying to tell you. I mean, you know what, Dylan? Drink to that. Drink to that,
Exactly.
girl. Congratulations.
I'm gonna drink to that right there. Cheers to you, girl. You did it. You done did it. You took them down. You did it for us. Thank you, girl. And you worked for them. I hope that check clears.
Right. And then she had the nerve to get on. She had the nerve to get on Twitter today talking about, oh, look at all of these people in my DMs. Well, I'm just laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, you might be laughing all the way to the bank for your last paycheck.
I'm saying, as long as that check clears, then maybe it might have been worth it. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, they love trying to be like, oh yeah, sticking to the man or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you're sticking it to who though? You know?
Exactly. You stuck it to yourself, but not to us, because we can just watch something else. Like it's nothing to replace y'all.
Right.
My gosh.
Been gone for a long time. You guys been gone for like almost 10 years or 5 years, 6 years. No, 6 years. So, you know, like let's stop pretending like y'all all that in a bag of pop chips, because you ain't. Yeah. But
and it hurts too when it's like it's a brand that we grew up with. Like I remember being a kid and watching G4 and just getting like so fucking excited like every time something would come on, because I was like, it was just video game related. Like there was nothing else on TV that had anything even remotely to do with video games. So seeing a channel literally just dedicated to video games, I was like, this is the best thing on TV. And now that they're like just completely pissing on the legacy of that, it's like, damn, man, like y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all didn't have to do that to yourselves, because you done it to yourself.
They sure didn't. And I know NBC probably done have a good talk with them and be like, yeah, this trying to ban people, trying to not take criticism or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna stop. It's going to stop because we need to make money from this. And if I was G4, clean house. We're cleaning house already. So Adam and Patrick, they gonna stay because they familiar. And maybe Gerard, Black Hokage, you're gone. Frost, you're gone. The people that are moderating, you're gone. The female producers, you're gone. Like, no, we're not about to sit up here and reward bad behavior. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then my thing is, you got a whole entire network, and you hire frumpy looking women to do this. No, G4, no. How you gonna keep where's the eye candy? Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, we watch the network, but you gotta have something enticing, because again, there are other.
Good point. Very good point. We should totally get a very hot hunk, like a very, man. We should get someone who's super muscular and makes every man in the place feel inferior. Like, let's get an alpha man in there, and that will be pretty good eye candy. Let's do that. Let's do that.
I mean, sure, Kate, but again, you're in a male dominated.
I've never watched the show, so I'm just like, any kind of eye candy. So I'm like, oh, okay, free range.
Of course. But what I'm talking about is you're in a male-dominated area that's full of the demographic that you're targeting is men. You're not targeting women. Your target audience is men. Period.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is we've grown up in today's society right now where you got too many people coming into a male-dominant area and want to change men nature. You can't change a man's nature. Men want to look at pretty women. I know some people don't like it, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, we wouldn't have all these actresses who can't barely act to save their lives. But guess what? They have a nice rack on them, or they have a nice ass on them, or they look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just like
Yeah.
teasing you right now, dude. Like,
Oh no, I know,
honestly.
I know. I'm just saying, like, as my point is, we're getting. Why would you think you could return and then think that you were going to change it so drastically, where you're like, oh, look how being diverse and inclusive we're being by getting unappealing people
Oh my
to watch
goodness.
the channel? Because again, we have other YouTubers for that. Because what are you offering though? You get what I'm saying? What is G4 offering that the other gaming channels that's on YouTube right now, isn't offering? You know what I'm saying? There are some pretty cute girls already. There are some what, as Kate says, hunky guys on YouTube that play video games and know their knowledge. So I can always go to those networks, those channels, if I really want to look at video games. What is G4 bringing to the table? And that's nothing, to be honest.
And I don't think that they really thought that all the way through, because like if they had, then they would know like they're easily replaceable. They aren't like really providing anything that people couldn't find elsewhere. You know what I mean? So it's like y'all really should have thought this through before y'all just let her go off on her little rant and y'all started applauding her. And that was the funniest thing to me too. When she finishes her rant and all of a sudden like all you can hear is just like the people in the studio, I guess, like the camera people and shit. Like, I'm saying people because she was pointing out all these women who apparently were there, and you could just hear them all yelling at the top of their lungs. I'm like, okay, y'all settle down. Like, y'all are part of the show. Y'all make sure that it actually goes on, but y'all aren't the ones on camera. Like, calm down. We don't need to hear y'all. We can't even see y'all.
Oh yeah, and then Black Hokage over there being a beta male bitch talking about, oh, she cooking y'all. Tell them, Frost. No, don't you. If you was a real man would put you in a place and be like, nah, Frost. We not about to do that. We not about to do that right now. We talking about Red Dead Redemption. That ain't got nothing to do with what you talking. What we're not about to do. We're not about to do this, because you already know if I was on air, I would be like, as soon as somebody tried that rant crap about something irrelevant, nah, I'm gonna shut you down. I'm gonna shut you down, because what you're not about to do is sit up here and start attacking the fans. And I am adamant about attacking fandoms. I hate that. I hate when people attack fandoms in general, because fandoms been attacked for years now. Right now, y'all need fandoms right now. You ain't got luxury to keep attacking the fandoms. The more you attack the fandoms, the more people get outraged, the more toxicity happens, and then the more you want to cry wolf. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't keep doing that. You really can't. Sorry you don't like it. That's just how it goes. Holy crap. A lot of people comment, and I didn't look at nobody's comments.
That's okay. I'm gonna pop out real quick. I'm gonna try to see if I can do this on my phone, because I gotta go pick up my boyfriend from work. So I'm gonna see if I'm able to keep this going on my phone. Let me try. You might have to let me in real quick. Hold up.
Oh my goodness. Oh wait. I guess a lot of people are curious what I'm drawing.
Okay. Let them know.
Okay. These are actually characters that I created. They're not really any established characters or canon characters. Yeah, there might be some influences from actual comic book characters. If you can take a guess of who, then that would be really surprising, because again, some of the elements are different than the original counterparts. Whew, I'm pretty happy with the design. So if anyone can guess which characters I'm influenced by, then I'll give you a cookie. I don't really have anything else, so yeah, I'm just drawing characters I created, and they're mostly inspired by comic book characters, female comic book characters, if you can't notice. Yeah, I really hate drawing curls. Oh my goodness, the curls are going to kill me. Oh, but yeah, that's what I'm drawing. It's been a while since I drew curls, so this is gonna be a fucking bitch.
Let's see what everybody says. Hell all. Hey, how's it going? Derek Johnson said, "Sweet cocaine, another live stream." Well, okay. Wait, hold on. Dylan. Wait, which Dylan am I supposed to add? Dylan. There's like two of you.
I know, yeah. I'm the fabulous Wonder Twins.
Okay. Let me. I guess the one that's muted is the one I need to remove. Then hold on.
Yeah, you can kick that one out, and possibly when I come back, I'll jump back onto like my actual computer. For now, we're gonna be on the phone.
Okay. We're gonna do what Trey usually does when he records videos.
I mean,
my
exactly.
goodness.
Fuck it. We always do it live.
Right. Like I know some of y'all be like, would I be in the middle of my comments and then I'd be like, bitch, what the hell? The damn light green.
Oh my gosh, guys. I'm seeing a lot of comments about Storm because these eyes they don't look like they look like Storm's eyes, but I have to say it's kind of a no on that. But the character does have white. Well, not the character like from the comic, but this character I'm debating will probably either have white hair or silver hair because where she comes from, I kind of want her to blend into like her environments. But that's just me, like being me, like oh my goodness.
All right. Let's see what else right quick. Apathetic Queen said, "Yo guys, hey, how's it going?" I mean, I
What's up,
agree
hey?
she shouldn't be objectified, but looking presentable is another. Think completionist and Black Hokage look fresh. She looks I know, that's what I'm saying. She looks like a knockoff wannabe Justin Bieber. I'm like, can you at least look a little bit more presentable? To
I thought
find
she
out,
looked like Machine Gun Kelly.
yeah. He was
Mhm.
trending. He was trending too, and you would think that everybody would be talking about his engagement to Megan Fox. They're like, look at this girl
Yeah,
who looks like Machine Gun Kelly. Is that Machine Gun
that's what
Kelly
I
on
thought too.
G4? I'm like,
And
hell
I had
no.
seen that they were engaged now, and that apparently they sealed it by drinking each other's blood. I was like,
What?
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
y'all. Yeah, I was like, I need y'all to go somewhere far away from me, and I need to never hear anything else from y'all.
I understand, Dylan. I definitely understand that
Mm.
because holy crap. But let them be weird. If it makes them happy, let them be weird. To be honest, at this point,
See,
she
I
gave her
could
life.
do some weird.
She
You know
gave
the
her
type of
life to
music that I listen
Shannon
to. I'm
Brown.
on some other shit.
No, I mean I agree.
The only thing I'm gonna say is like, exactly, yeah. Like I'm weird. We all know that I'm weird, but that's a whole other kind of crazy that I'm not ready to deal with.
Well, I mean, if you ever get engaged to your boyfriend, just be like, baby, let's drink blood.
See, that's the thing. I can guarantee y'all we ain't gonna be drinking no kind of blood, not no pig's blood, not each other's blood, not nothing.
Don't remind me of blood now I just remember that really creepy guy who had like this weird infatuation with his like girlfriend's period pads. So
Nope.
yeah, it's really
We
fucked
don't have
up.
none of that.
I literally almost threw up when you said that. I'm like, oh god.
Wait, did
Oh,
you say period, Kate? Is that you trying to transition us into talking about mom again? Because I will
No,
not
no, no,
have it.
no, 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 no. What I was trying to say, because when you brought up someone drinking their blood, I'm like, oh my god, that reminds me of that weird sicko guy who kept his girlfriend's used period pads, and I was like, ew, god. I feel sorry for whoever dated this fucking asshole. Like,
oh.
My
no,
God, the
no, that's not a
menstrual
real man thing
vampire.
to do.
No.
No.
Ugh.
Sorry. Mm.
God,
Sorry.
and you know what? I'm not trying to say that having a period is gross, although women always describe it that way. But I'm trying to say
It
if you're
is
gonna
gross.
keep pass,
Like,
I
what
mean,
are you
see, that's
talking
what I'm
about?
saying. I'm like, I understand that too. That's why I'm like, I don't understand. And I remember when I was in school, there were always girls who'd be like, "Well, you're gonna have to get used to it because like your girlfriend's gonna have you go buy tampons." I was like, "No, she ain't. I'm gonna find someone like my mama. My mama has never had my dad go and buy none of that shit for her."
I remember I remember when my mom was explaining it to me and she said, "Oh yeah, we have to do it every month." I said, "Every month? Oh no, no, every month? Nah. It would have took one for me to be like, "Nah, I don't want this female thing no more." Nope. I was like, I am so glad I'm not a female because I was like, that right now, nah, that ain't gonna fly with me. And you said it lasts for a week? Oh,
5 days, 7 days. That's a. Sometimes
No
it's even 3. So
problem.
it depends on the woman. Don't you dare go ask them like on the date. So when's your fucking period? Then
No,
that's just no. You
Trust
don't
me.
approach women like that. I've had one guy ask me how to do it, and he was being an asshole about it, and I'm like he's just curious of how to make a woman not be, period angry, and I'm like, what the hell? Am I a fucking instructional manual right now? Like, just because? No, I'm not
Looks like
answering
Dylan
that
accidentally
question. You
kicked
can go
himself
take
out.
some risks.
Yeah, it looked like Dylan accidentally kicked himself out. I'm gonna wait for him to come back in. Let's see what else everybody says. Oh, there's Dylan.
Yeah, here I am.
To
That was
find out
interesting.
who rules you, first learn who you cannot criticize. I like that one. Black Hokage literally always says Xbox has no games. It's like his catchphrase. I mean, at the same time, he kind of not lying though, because I mean, really, it ain't really much on the Xbox that really makes me want to buy the Xbox. Like, if I was gonna get Xbox games, I would just wait until I get a gaming PC and just get those games through PC. You know what I mean?
I can see that. Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying that Xbox aren't cool, but technically for me, I would just go ahead and just get a Windows, because then that way I can still play the Xbox games on PC anyway. So it's a win-win. But at the same time, if you're talking about like if you're talking about consoles, the Switch and PlayStation got way more games
Yeah.
than Xbox do. If technically. Everybody's agreeing, and then Blue Wind says suck. Frost sucked all the life out of G4. Yeah, pretty much. Because they hate men. Mitch is right. Sir, please stop screaming nonsense. Ken dolls are in the back. She wants you.
Well, I have problems.
She wants you to be constantly biased in the way she wants. They conflict attraction with objectifying. Yeah, it's like she almost tried to shame men for having an attraction or not an attraction. Like, I mean, sorry, attractions happen. Just like I know there are some women who don't find me attractive, and there are some who do find me attractive. But I'm not gonna be like, I can't. I wouldn't have been on G4 and be like, I see the chat. I see a lot of y'all call me ugly. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't, who cares if they call me ugly? I'm still on TV. I still get to make some money, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, like, just take some pride in that. Like, you get to be like getting paid to talk about video games. Like, just take pride in that shit. Don't worry about what they're saying about your looks. Like, that's the least important thing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Why is even G4 back? There are thousands of video games channel, and I can go watch the Act Man right now throughout entertainment, because NBC Entertainment brought them, and they have to make money. NBC is trying to make money in streaming wars right now, and they know people like G4, so it's a gaming network. What do? You bring the channel back. You bring the people that are familiar back. You can get people that are be like, you know what? I like what NBC is doing with G4 or whatever. Let's continue to watch and let's continue to support them. You know what I mean? That's why they brought it back, because they needed the money. You guys actually have the same opinion as Nerdette. I made this on you now. Except for Raven.
Wait, Nerdette? Oh God, no! Wait! Oh,
hold on, Derek. What you mean? Except Raven Rainbow? No. He got a boyfriend. If anybody is Dylan.
Stay mad, hoes. Stay mad.
Dylan can be disowned. Me and Kate, we're innocent. We're innocent.
Wait, why are we gonna be? Are we gonna be disowned? What? I'm confused.
Yeah, he said you guys actually have the same opinion as Nerdette, I guess, about the G4 thing. I made this on you now, except for Raging Rainbow. He's perfect. No, he's not.
Honestly, it's such a really annoying thing to see, like, all this crap going on, to be honest. And I'm like, whenever, like, I've always been kind of compared to, like, a lot of female YouTubers when it comes to Nerdette, and I'm like, excuse me. Okay, so do you compare every other guy? Like, you gotta know this kind of stuff. If you start comparing me to just everyone who has boobs, like anyone who has boobs, I'm just gonna be a little insulted, you know. I mean, I'm not trying to say Nerdette is a bad. Okay, there's so much. Last week we said plenty. Okay, oh man, oh my gosh.
Before you even get in that one, let's continue to read these comments. Maybe we'll get back to a Nerdette thing for you later. Okay.
Sweet.
Mitch says, "Fuck Adam." And then Dylan agreed with everything. Dylan agreed with everything with his best friend. Oh yeah, Dylan be agreeing with Nerdette a lot.
I don't agree with her on nothing.
That's what they
nothing.
said. That's what they say. Adam wants to dox people. I want him to personally come to my home. He won't get through because the only thing on him that's even resemble a testicle is his bald head. Yeah, it was kind of weird when he says that everybody has the freedom of speech, has the right to say whatever they want to, but he also has the right to dox you and release your address out for people to harass you. I'm like, whoa, no, that doesn't give you the right to do that, Adam. It really doesn't. It really does not. Because you never know who these people are living with. You just, I don't know. I just think it's weird when people be trying to like dox people's address. Like, ugh, Lord have mercy. Let's see.
Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna make a phone call real quick.
Okay. Shit. Does it make me sexist to say that? I guess so, Mitch. Let's see.
Wait, what makes who sexist? What
he just said? What he just said about the whole Adam doxing people and it makes me say it look like a testicle. IGN literally does the same thing G4 does. I know. That's what's crazy. No. This is Kate is drawing one of her original characters. Let's see. Wait, is that Storm? Everybody thinks it's Storm, even though it does kind of feel like the ultimate Storm when she did have her hair in a ponytail and stuff like that. It kind of does look like that.
Oh, understandable. I didn't even know that. I forgot about that. But like the whole basis of the look is it's hard to describe exactly. But the thing I was aiming for was a kind of, what's the word? A Hawaiian vibe, but also princess vibe. Like it's hard to say.
Well, to be honest, Kate, you can actually retool this drawing also. Like you can also do your regular drawing, and then you can also do a drawing of Storm too, because you got the base already. So once you like finish doing this, you can just redraw again and just make it Storm.
I guess it's just kind of like one of those things where
you don't have to. I'm just saying, like you can.
It's understandable.
You can kind of technically, with the way it's drawn right now, you actually have the base of a Storm Storm drawing. Let's see. Why Hokage gone? Damn, Trey. Because his behind was co-signing with Frost, talking about she cooking y'all. Or then when she was like, and when men jerk off and stuff like that, that's weird, bro. What are you talking about? You probably went in the bathroom and jerked off before you came to work. What are you talking about? It's weird. And on top of that, men don't talk about jerking off with each other hardly like that, and they definitely don't talk about it in front of women. And the only reason why she would know that, because again, she's a lesbian, she don't like men, is they probably talk to her like she was another dude. So again, why are you mad? Okay, whatever. Let's be honest, they were probably people saying that to her because they want to try nothing else, simply so they helped her. I guess so. If we need eye candy for game reviews, I'll be reviewing with the Avatar. Nostalgia. Boy. It's like a laugh track. A group of people doing something evokes others to do it. Them celebrating her loudly was supposed to make people at home think like, "Oh, this is good." More like, "Oh, this is bad." That's why I respect Trey. He always defends fans. I have to, man. Again, I'm not saying fandoms are perfect, but if your first thing is to go to a fandom and say that this fandom is all of this and that, then you're not helping the situation. It's just like with Nerdette when she made that video recently about the Jeff John thing, talking about Zack Snyder's fans are attacking Jeff John and calling him racist. And I'm like, no. And if I had a water gun and I had Tristan in front of me, Squirt, squirt. No, bad nerdette. Bad nerdette. You cannot label entire fans and say that those are the Snyder Cut fans attacking Jeff John and calling him racist. You don't know that. You don't know that because Twitter has so many echo chambers on there. They can be from Steven Universe. They can be from G4. They can be from Marvel. So you can't assume that those people that are saying this stuff to Jeff Johns are Snyder fans. You cannot assume that. But to dox the fandom and then attack them and then get confused when the fandom attacks you makes no sense. I keep trying to tell people, do not attack the fandom. When you attack the fandom, you cause more problem than good. You cause way more problems than good. Oh, hold on. I am so sorry, Dylan. I thought you had mute yourself. My bad. Sorry. But you cannot dox the entire fandom. You cannot like the fandom. Understandable. Yeah, there are some crazies in the fandom. Understandable.
Oh, yeah.
But when you go out and you make videos saying that this fandom is bad, all you do is cause them to even attack you even more, or to cause whatever issue was going on earlier to accelerate even further. That's why you got to be careful. And we're in an industry where right now you need the fans on your side. You need fans to support you. The more you attack fans, the less likely that they'll support you. Because I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear people like her say, "Oh, they're attacking me or they're boxing me." Well, you kicked the beehive. What did you think was going to happen? You can't go out there and say and put a title that says Zack Snyder's fans are attacking Jeff Johns and calling him a racist, and then think that was going to be okay. That doesn't make sense. It's the same thing with the chick from G4. You cannot go and tell the fans, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace. It doesn't work like that. Y'all gotta learn eventually. It's gonna be a hard lesson, but eventually y'all gonna learn it. That y'all cannot blame the fans for when things go wrong, whether you like it or not. Sorry, it is what it is. I would have told Frost, you played yourself. That's what they wanted, girl. Pretty much. People unconsciously do things. I think Harry Potter character. I don't know how that's a question.
Oh no, I think they were bringing it up to like the drawing.
Okay. Goblin Queen, is your OC inspired by Storm? Hey Dylan, McFarlane new Damien action figure doesn't have spiky shoes. Quintel. That's what
he doesn't. He doesn't have the elf shoes. Yo, that's dope. About time they corrected that shit.
You really don't like those. You really don't like them shoes.
I'm not feeling the elf shoes at all, man. Like I know that I think it was Gleb Melnikov who like tried to redesign that. I know he probably thought it looked cool, but it didn't. It looked goofy. I was like, nobody would actually wear those, let alone a ninja like Damien.
Right. I understand. I definitely can understand why you don't like those little elf shoe thingies. They do look weird.
Ooh, wow. Totally getting somewhere with this.
Faith says, keep on and G4 gonna go off again. I know, right? Let you know to keep your distance. Pretty much. What the fuck? Period blood. All right. Maybe Frost is mad because Olivia Munn got an acting career due to her looks. Just saying. Maybe once a month. I'm too lazy for that. Nope. That's what I said too, Derek. I remember I was like, man, if I was a woman, I'd be like, I'm not doing
well,
this.
you have no choice, even if you could take it away, but it's like, no. I think that's why a lot of people avoid white with, like, female characters, which is kind of weird, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, like, I'm glad us guys don't have to do it because half of us guys be like, nope, not today.
No, you guys are going to be in pain. Like, I can just imagine it already. If you can't handle a kick in the nuts, then you're gonna. I'm not trying to measure these things up, but like from the videos I've seen of men replicating that pain, I've seen them just, fall down, cry like little babies and bitches, and I'm like, it's so nice that you think it's so simple.
Well, technically,
I
you
mean,
guys
from
have
what I've heard, apparently, like punching the girl in the tits is somewhat similar. But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know. All I can say is, yeah, getting hit in the nuts. It ain't a fun
Yeah,
time. It's
I
not a fun time.
understand. Like, because actually, yeah, that has happened to me once. Not in, like, it was actually from like one of my younger sisters, so it's like that was entertaining, painful but entertaining.
What's crazy?
I could see that being the case.
What's crazy is people. We have to remember that females have a tolerance threshold that men don't have. We can go through other kind of torturous things and stuff like that, but you women have a pain tolerance because of the birthing process and of the period thing. So your tolerance for pain is way more than a man's tolerance to pain is, and us, our nutsacks are probably the most sensitive thing on our body, sadly. So of course it's gonna hurt for us. The good Lord made us this way. So if you guys got questions, ask Him when you die, because I know when I die, I'm gonna be like, so let's talk about this whole shit thing. So why do we have to do it? I just want to know, like, why did you create us to have to use the bathroom like that? I think it's disgusting. I'm just saying. Okay. He would have been like, you've been waiting for years to ask me that question. You know it, God. You know it. He would have been like, should have been just get into heaven. Just go in heaven and don't even come and talk to me no more. I'm like, okay. I understand. But I'm just saying, don't talk to me.
Oh my gosh.
In the back of heaven. In the back of heaven. I'm sorry.
At this point, I'm looking at having to sneak over the gates in heaven. That's how I'm looking at it.
Let's see. Why would people drink period blood? These people have some weird fetishes. Yep.
Oh, it's even worse. I've heard of some cultures where they eat the placenta after.
Oh yeah, or they make something out of the placenta. Like they always try to make something like a weird ass doll out of placenta, as well as some of the other shit that comes with a baby. It's really gross and weird. And
they say it's healthy.
Yeah,
they say it's healthy.
So they say. I'm like, I'm so good. I know that breast milk is healthy too. I'm not trying to drink none of that.
Well, I mean, as a baby, sure, but now, no, God, no. But let's see what else. The Bugle Daily says, if it ain't broke, identity politics will break it. That's true. The idiots clapping in the background as strong women destroyed their platform and fan base was pathetic and hilarious. Right. You would think they'd be like, whoa, hold on, let's not do this. Adam from G4 has heavily criticized Republicans by calling them Nazis, as he had family members who were Republicans and conservatives. I was like, wow, bro. Yeah, he told him he hoped they eat shit and die. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you need Jesus. Dominic said, evening all. Hey, how's it going, Dominic? Gamers should go on strike for free online play. Yeah. Old G4 would not get along with new G4. They sure wouldn't. I 100% agree with her. She's not as bangable as her previous host. Never seen Black Hokage after the BS he pulled on X-Play. I'm glad I don't. The Act-Man and other video game YouTubers keep things honest. Yep. Spider-Man is a disastrous menace. You are definitely right about that. I never accuse. Don't compare me to that hack Perry White. Okay. How do you feel about Superman? Superman destroys Metropolis every week, and no one but me will call him out. If you know what, if J. Jonah Jameson was in Metropolis, he definitely would call Superman out all the time. Even though Superman might save a cat out of the tree. Did you see how he destroyed that tree? But the tree's perfectly fine because he wanted you to believe the tree was fine, and you just be like, okay, J. Jonah Jameson. Kate, you're drawing kind of like Monster High girls, like the Wolf Girl.
Ooh. Am I?
Monster High.
Oh, there's a deep cut.
Monster High was actually pretty interesting, and then Mattel destroyed it by rebooting it, trying to I guess make them more presentable or whatever. And I'm just like, they're supposed to be fashionistas. What the hell are you doing? Destroy. I was like, I ain't never seen a company destroy their brand that was popular with guys and girls. Holy shit! Like, I mean, the girls were buying the dolls, but the guys were like buying the other merchandise that they had, like the movies and the television series and like the accessory stuff, like, you know, cups and shirts or whatever. And you would think that Mattel would be okay with that. They were like, well, these moms complained about how these characters look. We need to change them. And then people stop watching it. And then they're like, wait, what happened? Yeah, you listen to the wrong kind of people. I never quite understood that. You have something successful that's working for both guys and girls, and you change it because a few parents complained about it? Okay.
Oh my gosh. Remember when they canceled Young Justice and it was just like there was a crap ton of, you know, teenage girls, college girls watching the shit out of the show, but they didn't, you know, promote their merchandise like they should have. Like, I guarantee you there's plenty of women who would have bought the fucking, you know, action figures and shit because, you know, us girls like something pretty cute and, you know, tiny. We're all about that shit, you know. I mean, I know there's a few guys who like, you know, the little action figures and shit. I mean, there's plenty, but like, you get what I mean? Like, when it looks super cute, you know, you gotta have it. Like, that's how my feelings were towards, like, you know, 13-year-old, like Robin as a little, like, what age was I when it came out? I think I was like the same age, so I was like, oh my goodness, like I could totally understand where you're coming from. Ooh.
But you know what's wrong with the Young Justice line is, first off, they didn't promote it, and then when they did have the line, the toys were lazy. Yep. And it's just like, come on now. It's the same thing that's what happened with the 2003 He-Man show, is that it was an amazing show. People were watching it, people loved it. But the action figures were lazy, and all they kept making was He-Man and Skeletor. I was like, okay, where's She-Ra? Where's Tila? Where's Man at Arms? Like, where are the other characters? And they barely had the other characters. And it's just like, if you're going to make lazy toys, what did you what did you think was going to happen? I'm not going to buy lazy shit.
But and that's the thing. Like, I hate to say that like merchandising is something that's like super important like that, but it really kind of is. I mean, when you look at something, I will never forgive Cartoon Network for canceling the show Symbiotic Titan because I love that fucking show. But they canceled it because they were like, well, there's no real like possibility or opportunity for us to make money off of merchandising and toy sales. So I was like, that's why you canceled it? Like, it really does count, not just to like the executives and shit, but also to people. Like, they want to like collect shit from stuff that they love.
But if you don't make anything and you don't put out anything of value, what did you think was going to happen? Because again, I wouldn't have mind buying Symbiote Titan stuff, but they barely made anything that was, you know, presentable enough where people want to buy it. You can't expect people to just be okay with half-ass action figures. If you want toy sales to go up, you need to make sure that these toys look amazing. You can't just give me half-ass merchandise and then think that I'm just gonna buy it. No, if it's ugly, it's ugly. And that's what killed a lot of the Cartoon Network shows, where they started out with strong merchandise, and then halfway through the merchandise got lazy, but the show's ratings went up. But because the merchandise wasn't going, they had to cancel the show at the height of its popularity. And then we're like, wait, what's going on? And then like, oh, they canceled it because of the toy sales or the merchandise sale. But did you make good merchandise for us? No. But then you want us to buy it. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. Like, okay, you know. Another thing they need to do is stop telling fans the fuck off. Yeah, that's another thing. I keep trying to tell people, you cannot tell fans, if you don't like it, don't buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Like that's something that I actually talked about, because I have a friend who lives in Tennessee now. I was talking to him on the phone the other day, and he was talking about, like, you know, I really don't want like like Trump supporters as fans. I was like, can you really, especially because you're trying to be an up and coming country artist, can you really afford to cherry pick your fans? Like,
Oh my
and
god.
at the end of the day, you can't actually control who likes your music or not. So saying like you don't want a specific kind of fan, that doesn't work. Like, if people like what you're doing, they're gonna like what you're doing. You have to be able to appeal to the greatest common denominator, which is just anybody who's willing to fuck with whatever it is you're putting out. Trying to say like, well, we don't want these kind of fans, or we want our fans to have only the right kind of opinions. It's like, you don't actually have any control over that.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because it's just like he do realize in Tennessee half the people are Republican and conservatives. I mean, what crack he smoking?
Exactly.
What?
I'm like, come on now. Those are usually the people who have money. So I mean, do you really want to alienate them and shit?
Right. Like, do you really want them people not to show up to your show? No, I think you don't. No. I mean, I don't care.
Like, you need them to be there. I know.
To be honest,
It's like,
I don't care.
especially like with him, I was like, yo, you're making music. You're not holding political rallies. Like, it doesn't matter what their politics are. You're there just like indulge in like arts, like the music. That's all that should matter, regardless of whatever their politics and shit are.
Exactly. You're there to entertain.
Yeah.
Not to judge or anything. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? As long as people giving me money, as long as people is giving me money, who cares?
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't care. I don't care which way you voted if you're trying to give me some money.
I would have been on that show and be like, you damn Skippy, I'm not fuckable. Sorry. And on to the next one. You know what I mean? Like, who cares?
Exactly.
Who cares? I am on the show. It does not matter because I get a good paycheck for playing video games. Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing if I could get paid playing video games. What? I bet you I'll learn how to play video games all the damn time, even if I'm not good at it. And I'm not like an amateur, but I am not an average game player because I do play video games. But I'm not an expert. I'm not an uber expert. I'm like medium. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to complain about it. Like there are some levels in some video games that piss me the hell off though. And sometimes I do have to walk away and calm down and come back to it. But after that, once you beat it, it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun.
Exactly.
But, a lot of people don't remember them darn games back in the day with the cartridges. And because the cartridge games, like the Super Nintendo 64 and Sega Dreamcast and the PlayStation 1, a lot of those games did not have save files, hardly, or save points. If you lose, you got to start a whole big chunk of the game all over again. Boy, that used to piss me off, but it was fun. It was fun though playing those games. But y'all, these gaming journals complain about the most trivial shit nowadays.
That's what I'm saying too. I'm like, I think it was probably like the majority of games that I had on cartridge for like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. I didn't beat any of them, but I just had fun playing them.
Oh yeah, them games was hard. A lot of them games were hard. Another thing too is a lot of the time they didn't have no manuals, so you can run into a friend or read the next the gamer issue. Remember Game Informers and all that kind of stuff. Man, sometimes you used to have to wait till next month until somebody figured out how to get past this thing. But you'd be like, nah, I done tried everything I can think of. Let me see if my friend got it. My friend ain't got nothing either. Okay, let me see what the Gamer Informer book says. If you go this way, then you can do this, and you jump up high. This is what happens. And remember the whole down, up, right, left, A, B. Boy, controls back in the day. Cheat codes and all kinds of maneuvers just to do things. But see, nobody knows these new generation gamers ain't got that kind of stuff.
That's true. And that was what spurred like the community back then. Like you had to actually talk to each other to try and figure stuff out. And like you said, like maybe a friend or someone like someone's cousin beat the level and knew what you had to do to get through it. And you had to talk to each other to actually get that done. Nowadays, people want to be able to just walk through the whole game and not have to actually talk to anybody. It's like that's never been what video games were about.
Exactly. Roland Dodge said, it's like G4, they learned nothing, and I don't feel bad or care about them. Understandable. Don't worry, I won't watch it. G4 seems worse than ever before. I'm tired of these games being pussified. Oh, tell me about it, Faith. Oh, these games are being bitchified, to be honest. Free Fire Pro says, "How do you feel about Dick with his elf shoes and booty shorts, Dylan?"
I mean, the former, the elf shoes got to go. I mean, I've never complained about booty shorts being on anybody as long as they have something to fill them, but the elf shoes got to go every time.
Dan Moore, he was drawing an old classic comic book, and he put leggings on Dick Grayson in the outfit because he was like, it's kind of weird that the boy didn't have no pants on. I'm just like, for once, can you guys please stop trying to change the past? That's the damn costume that the boy wore. Stop looking at it in a realistic way. That's the.
I mean, it's not bad. Like putting him in tights.
I mean, could it
bad.
possibly be they didn't try and sexualize children back then, and that's not how they were looking at it? That's just how we look at it in the modern day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody always want to change it because because realistically, see, that's what I'm saying. Stop looking at it realistically. It's a fucking fantasy book.
Wait. So like, okay, this is gonna sound berserk, but okay. Wouldn't that mean like everything that's been in the past, the outfits and everything, including the bat dance? Is that canon now? Is that going to be canon? I really don't know.
Oh, we don't talk about the Batusi.
Oh no, we ain't gonna talk about that. No. No. I just kind of find it weird. Like the reason why, like when you ask the artist, hey, he didn't wear tights. Well, yeah, but I put tights on him because it was weird back in the day that he didn't have anything on. Yeah. And I'm just like, why are you focusing on that? That's weird that you're focusing on that. That is his original costume. That's the costume he's been wearing for 80 damn years. That's
what acrobats used to wear back in the day. Like if you look at basketball players from back in the day when the leagues first started, they were wearing damn near like up to their nutsack those damn shorts. So I mean, it's nothing. Right. It's nothing surprising when you really think about it and you understand historical context. But instead, people want to look at it, remove all the context, all of the historical understanding, and just be like, "Well, it was a little kid wearing like swim trunks when he was going out to fight crime." It's like, well, yeah, but that wasn't the point. Like, it literally was so far from the point. And maybe they were able to actually, not look at it in a sexual manner. Like that, if you can just divorce yourself from that, maybe you'd be okay with it. So I don't understand why they have to take an issue with. Like, it's literally just them wanting to take an issue with it. That's the only way you can have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like if you kind of think about it, like you're saying, acrobats were wearing those kind of outfits. That's what it was based around. It was based around Dick Grayson is an acrobat. What would he be wearing if he was fighting crime? Because he's such an acrobatic child. Why would you put him in clothes that will restrict his capability? Like, remember the New 52 put him in this costume that had way more pieces of armor on it. And I'm like, how is he able to flip around and stuff with all of that heavy material on? That doesn't make any sense. That's why when he's Nightwing, he doesn't have anything besides his rhythm sticks and that tight fitting form outfit that show off all his body because he's an acrobat. You wouldn't put him in armor pieces. You wouldn't put him in such an armored costume because it doesn't work. You know what I mean? And I just wish people understand that and stop trying to go back and retroactively change the past because what was okay in the past isn't okay in the present. No, that doesn't make any logical sense. You better learn how to start getting used to things that was in the past.
Yeah, like that's what I need people to understand. Like when they look, and it's this new like Gen Z generation, like they just don't understand how to just appreciate things for what they were and not try and be like, well, why is this like that? Like we had the other day, we had some friends over at the house and I had the Godfather on. And one of them was literally saying, like, this is just because I'm from my generation. I can't just appreciate things like y'all did. And he was asking, like, well, in one specific scene, like, why was something being done a specific way? I was like, that's not the point of this. If you would just shut the hell up and watch the movie, you would probably be able to have an understanding of what's going on. Instead, you got to point out some little tiny bullshit that doesn't actually have that much of a relevance to the plot. And you got to be like, well, why was this like that? It's like, if you understand history, you would understand, and you'd probably be able to just be quiet and watch the damn movie.
Right. Like, stop trying to go back and try to figure out what's going on, and stop demanding the past to be changed for present likings. It doesn't work. That's why do you think people get mad when these movie companies try to retroactively change the past of these movies and be like, oh, well, you know, because it was done in 1960 or 1940, we don't, us from this company, we don't stand for racism. No, shit, Sherlock. But we understand that movie was made in 1940. That was the times. It is what it is. I don't get offended that I see movies like that because that's what it was. But it's still an enjoyable movie. I'm not going to knock it because it had things that it wouldn't fly today. But it's an enjoyable movie.
Exactly. And that's all it needs to be. Like, as long as it's just enjoyable, like, that was what they understood back then. Like, it was about the entertainment. They weren't really thinking forward, like, well, at some point in the next 75 years, will somebody be calling out, like, this one particular costume choice? They were like, no, it's entertaining, it's for our times, and we're just trying to tell a good story. And now everybody's like, well, but why did they have to make that choice? Like, it wasn't even really that much of a choice. They weren't putting that much thought into it like y'all are.
Right. Like, y'all overthink this whole entire thing. Just stop. Just stop. For God's sakes. Let's see. Frost had her Jack Murphy moment. Oh my God, that reminds me. Did you guys hear about the Jack Murphy stuff? And then they found his like porn thing where he's getting getting fucked by a dildo and he's doing to himself.
I've seen that. His giant naked furry ass was on camera. It's still haunting my nightmares.
I'm like, wait. So this guy talking about alpha males and all kinds of stuff, and you're over here on these sites with your nasty fat butt out there, letting somebody dildo you with it, and you get mad that people are calling you out for it. Like, I mean, what did you think was gonna happen?
I know. It's like, you're going to call yourself an alpha male, but then when this shit comes out, you're running to all of your little friends on the internet to be like, guys, you need to help me like fight back against this. It's like, wow, that's very alpha male of you.
I mean, I could care less what he does. If that's what he wants to do, that's fine. But don't be fake about it. Just own it up. If a real alpha male would have been like, you darn Skippy. You darn Skippy. I like it. It felt great. And what? Oh, okay.
Exactly. Like, if I wanted to actually, for me to respect him, he could have just been like, you know what? Yeah, I did it. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and monetize it again. If y'all want to see it, y'all can pay me to see it.
Right. That's how you do that kind of stuff. But no, he got on air and went crazy. I felt bad for that girl because she was like, I'm just reading the super chat, bro. How you gonna get mad at me?
That was what I thought too. I was like, why are you yelling at her? Like, as if she's the one who actually came up with the question. Somebody paid to have her ask that question.
I'm trying to tell y'all. It's crazy. Let's see. Dazzling Cake's first episode of Pop Culture Disaster with Naomi was pretty solid. She made Naomi a better character than what Bendis and Walker did for her. Nice.
Aw, thank you. I appreciate you watching that. That means a lot to me. Like, I didn't really expect people to watch it, and I was like waiting, you know. I know I shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, you know, I occasionally take a look, then I go back to working, and I'm still working on, you know, the next few months worth the episodes. So yeah, it's been traumatic with what I'm coming up with. So I can't wait to actually tackle on to one of my other favorite characters. God.
I can't wait to keep doing more drawing videos where I talk over the drawings.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was pretty nice. I did like 3 of them. The Kamala Khan one, the Brie Larson one, and the Punchline of Harley Quinn one. Yep. I want Punchline to kill Harley Quinn I want her to gut her like a fish.
Yeah, I had seen that you were talking about that, and when all I saw was like the title of the video. I was like, Trey, what? And then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I get where he's coming from now.
Yeah. And of course, you know, your best friend was like, it will never happen. No way. I'm just like, it might as well. Because tell me, because I mean, I talk to comic book fans. Nobody talks about Harley Quinn in a positive light, though. When I talk to them, they're like that piece of trash comic book. And then they talk about her solo run. They say that's ugly. And they were like, and then some people were like, God, I wish she'd just go back to the Joker. So again, what Harley Quinn the Harley Quinn that they trying to make independent from Joker and the Lesbo one, it ain't working. DC, I'm just gonna tell you, it ain't working. It is not working. Your audience don't care about the lesbian, bisexual, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy dynamic. Most people that cosplay with them don't even have them together romantically. They have it's mostly Harley Quinn and Jokers all the time. You can't change what people like about that. Nice try though, DC. Nice try. Trey McHale, this reminds me of Mom. Yeah, the period blood thing. Yeah, I know. No, guys. No. Y'all nasty in Cleveland voice. What's up, Trey and Kate? It's been a while. What's up, Jamerson? Roland Dodge, stop talking about Kate's favorite book. Kate also loves Wonder Woman Historia too. That's her favorite comic.
Oh, totally.
Nothing but the best is there. Shit.
Man, Mattel did on Kevin Smith He-Man Revelation. They praised it. Of course they praised it because they thought they were gonna make sales, and it didn't do nothing for them. Then they had that awful Netflix She-Ra show. She looked like Ben 10 in drag, or young Thor, no boots, no butt, was lame. Yeah, it was.
Ooh, the same.
Oh my god, wait, who just said something about Ben 10? Okay, who just said
no,
wait, unless they mean the later animation, then I can agree. That sucks, but
well, yeah, Omniverse sucked. Omniverse sucked real ass. Man, what did y'all do?
All I know is for me, nothing exists after the first season, quite honestly.
Yeah, the first series was better, and Alien Force, it went okay, but it didn't really explore too many elements that would have really worked for that series. It just was like, okay, let's just make Ben a teenager. Okay, this could be interesting. And then it doesn't get anywhere.
I mean, the first season was actually interesting, and then you got the second season, which was pretty cool. But then after when we got to the third season, they were like, oh, people like the 10-year-old Ben. Why don't we make the teenage Ben act like the 10-year-old Ben? And then just everybody was like, what are you doing? Why would you regress the character like that? You know, I mean, I think it's because a lot of fans of Ben 10 weren't used to the boy being a teenager and them telling a mature story with the character. And it just got worse after that, because then we got to Omniverse, and Omniverse looked terrible. It looked like somebody threw up. It looked like somebody threw up on the characters, especially Gwen and Kevin. Holy shit, they looked like somebody ran over them with roadkill and backed up and reversed it all over again. Oh, wait, hold on. Is Dylan back on the computer?
Yeah, I'm back home, but I have my camera off because I'm gonna be eating, so I'm gonna try to minimize the sound so much so y'all don't hear me fucking enjoying the shit out of this food.
Oh my god. Hold on. Let me see. You guys are saying so many comments so quickly. Okay, let me see. Off topic. I like Hero Factory, but it didn't last long. Understandable. I'm not reading that much because I don't really want to get into politics as much on the channel. So there's a reason. I don't know. Some people just don't like certain political parties, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I was mad when seeing when Cartoon Network canceled Naruto on episode 212 out of 220. A kid in real life tried to copy Gaara, buried himself alive, and they blame Naruto. I'm sorry, where were that kid's parents at? Don't blame the show.
But props to him. He was bad about it.
Yeah, like when kids do dumb shit, they love going and blaming video games and shows instead of being like, kids are just stupid. It's
exactly
stupid. Dylan, what's wrong with the phone guy who doesn't like conservatives? You know, in America was 50%. We're not even gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about this right now. Let's try not to keep it. Let's try not to do political stuff on here right now. Let's see. Put Kate in the room with Connor Kent. Kate, how would you create a conversation with Connor Kent?
Wait. Which one are we talking about? Because there's so many different reactions.
Superboy. Connor Kent, Superboy. That's it. Connor Kent, Superboy.
Okay. If we're talking about the one who's a ladies' man with a leather jacket, then I got a good keyword.
Connor Kent. Period. That's it. It ain't no which one. Connor Kent.
I know which. Like I was just saying, which costume is he in?
Who cares?
Yo, I mean, if he's in the leather jacket, I'm with you, Kate. Like that's always gonna be a winner for me.
You know he's not gonna be in that leather costume.
Yes, he's gonna be in the leather jacket no matter what. Like that is the best one.
That will be the requirement for him to come up in the room. He has to have.
Yeah, he has to be wearing a leather jacket, slicked back hair. He has to have an unshaven face. You got those leather boots on. Okay, good boy. Good boy.
His face was always shaved.
And I gotta say, it's really such a shame that they didn't really, make Connor Kent into Superman. Like, would that have made more sense?
I know.
But okay. If we're talking about what I would say to him, I would probably use a very cheap pickup line. And this is if he's like in his 20s and shit, like 20s. Like, we're not talking about teenage little boy Connor Kent. We're talking about, pickup ladies from the bar, Hawaiian style. Like Connor Kent. We're talking about that one, okay? We're talking about that one. But yeah, I would probably use a pickup line, and if it didn't work, I would be like, crap, I ran out of my best material. But I don't know what I would say specifically. I would try and pick up him, but, he's got his own standards. That's okay. Like, at least I tried.
Okay.
That's true. You always got to shoot your shot no matter what happens. You got to shoot your shot.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, you might disagree though, but Jameson, but the 2003 He-Man toys only mostly had He-Man and Skeletor. That was a problem. Where were the rest of the characters at? If you're not selling that many characters and you're selling mostly He-Man and Skeletor, the line is going to fail. So it doesn't matter what detail they put on the action figures. People wanted the other characters. You weren't delivering the other characters, so people stopped buying the toys. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, because I like He-Man and Skeletor, but like the one that I was most excited when I found it was Evelyn. Like,
oh yeah, that Evelyn figure was pretty cool. Except for that's another problem back in the day too, in the 90s and even early 2000s when we was growing up, is that the female action figures, they would hardly make them because they believed that guys wouldn't want the female characters, and yet the guys wanted the female characters because the female characters would be the first toys to be sold out. It's like y'all didn't learn anything from Power Rangers. Like the female Power Rangers would be gone quicker than the male Power Rangers, and then they wouldn't hardly make any of the female characters. Do you know how hard it was for me to find a Batgirl and a female Power Ranger action figure when I was growing up to get my whole collection? Because they hardly would make them. You would have to run to stores all the time. Like when I can get one, and I used to beg mom. I'd be like, no, mom, I gotta get this one because if I don't get this one, they're never gonna have it again. She's like, you just saying that? No. I'm saying it for a reason. The female action figures were hard to get.
All the time.
Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. Comments done went all the way down. Let me go back up. I am trying to read all of your comments, guys. Hold on. Kate, booty shorts. It was the Dixie Chicks when they changed their name as Lady Antebellum cause of cancel culture. I have no idea what you're talking about, Apathetic Queen. Frost was the one thinking about jacking off. Yeah, she was. She the one who brought it up.
True.
The soundtrack of Tim Burton's Batman still holds up. One of Prince's best works. It was a shame what happened to the Dixie Chicks. Gymnasts wear those outfits. Yes, they do. Yeah, I don't agree with that one, LL. Give that boy some pants, bro. Nah, he don't need no damn pants. He don't need no pants. You know?
I'm not saying that. I'm like, it's not required, but ain't nothing wrong with him being, I guess.
I mean, yeah, because it's history. It's the legacy. That's what it was. Don't change it just to appeal people who feel uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable with it, that seems like a you problem, not a me problem. Like I get tired.
I mean, I guess
these characters' costumes and origins. Well, because it didn't, it made me feel uncomfortable, or some people find it problematic. Okay, then they don't have to.
Ultimately, I think that it comes down to it's just, as y'all's best friend would say, it's subjective.
Yeah. Yeah, it's subjective. If most people like it, then guess what? Most people like it. If you don't like it, that's fine, but don't demand the artist or DC or Marvel to change the costume just because you feel uncomfortable with it. You know what I mean? Because as a fan of Robin, I'm not looking at Robin in a sexual manner anyway, and I wasn't looking at Dick Grayson like that in a sexual manner.
Exactly.
I just like his classic costume because that when they did do comic books where they focused on Batman and Robin when Dick Grayson was a little kid, that was the costume he was in. Sorry. I'm not gonna. That's just that's the costume I see. Especially if you're reading the legendary George Perez and Mark Wolfman's new Teen Titans run. That's all that boy was wearing until he transitioned to Nightwing. He was like 19, quads of Jesus. That man had quads of Jesus, and he was still wearing that damn Robin costume. All right, I'm just being honest. And you know, I didn't have no problem with it. I didn't find it weird. I just find it like, oh, he's a gymnast. It makes sense. He has some strong legs, and he can kick your ass. And it is what it is, you know.
I mean, he could kick mine any day of the week.
Females still wear leotards while men wear sleeveless bodysuits. Yeah, they do. Yeah. I'll keep saying this postmodernism has long since passed its sell date. Yeah, it has. It has. It reminds me of the issue with modern day Dungeon and Dragons. Yeah, boy, they got crazy. Did you hear that they added prom to it now, and they even have one where you can order coffee as a game too. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Ain't nobody got time for this. I can't wait for Peter Ban's pets, and all of these progressive are evil now. Hypercent says, "Yo, Trey, what's up? Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Hyper? Kate is full of ideas. Your character looks like a magical character. It's like the OG Jinx character from the new Teen Titans run from the 80s. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
What the hell? What the fuck just happened?
What do you mean? What the hell just happened? Like, what's going on, guys?
What you doing with this tricky voice shit?
I was like, what kind of sorcery? Burn the witch.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like she said as if she didn't know what the hell she did.
You just called me. What the hell did you want?
What?
Comics Complaint Office. What you want?
Oh my God, she's doing the voice changing thingy for complaining about comics. Oh my God.
Are you gonna answer my question, sir? Are you not? Like, I got a busy schedule right now.
I thought I was having a stroke. I was like, I must be dying. This is the last of the oxygen reaching my brain.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, you should fix Harley Quinn.
We have to fix Harley Quinn. What? No. Like, look at my. Like, I gotta check my fucking piece of paper. Like, that tells me that I can't tell you to. Everything's fucked up now. Okay, where the fuck is it? Fuck.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Okay, so my manager told me to tell you to fuck off. Are you a man? Are you a man? Then fuck off. Like, don't call me again.
I'm black. Oh, you're not allowed to be racist.
Oh,
he does have a point there.
Or should I sue you for racism?
Oh, you can't sue us.
Oh, I can.
Oh no, you can't.
Oh, I can.
Well, as a member of the LGBTQ community, I will have an entire protest down here tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, what to say to those type of people? I have no damn clue. I'm gonna have to get my manager. And he's not even at work. That fucking sucks. Like, I hate my job.
I'm sorry that you hate your job.
Okay.
Yo, props to you for getting this to work on the live stream. I'm glad that it happened.
Sorry about that, guys. I wanted to play around with the female pitch. Well, to make my voice look more annoying or sound more annoying.
we need an episode that fixed Iceman Bobby Drake. Understandable. Why
Oh my gosh.
Why Harley Quinn still uses the clown motif then? I don't know. I don't know why she still uses the clown motif then. If she not attached to Joker, find her something else. Harley Quinn changed way too much. Yeah. I agree with Trey. Harley Quinn needs to die. I'm sick of her and I hate her modern costume. I like her gesture costume. Yep. Kate loves the comic Man Eaters.
What the fuck is that?
They have a rebirth of Ben 10 in 2016. Is it really a rebirth? Because I mean, it looks aggravating to be honest. The drawing is looking like Gypsy or Arabian. Okay. Omniverse has not aged well. At least with the new Ben 10, it doesn't degrade its fans like Teen Titans Go. Yeah.
Huh.
Probably best to avoid politics. Yeah. If we had one canon Carter and Kent. I mean, to be honest, the Playboy Carter Kent is and the mature Carter Kent is just an evolution of the character because he's done evolved. So of course when he's 15, 16, of course he's going to be a Playboy. But now that he's like 17, 18, he's more mature. He done went through a lot of journeys. If you guys ever get a chance to read the solo Superboy run, it's really good. It's really good, and that's where King Shark appeared. Everybody needed to understand King Shark is not an Aquaman villain. He's actually a Superboy Connor Kent villain. I'm just being honest. Just need to let y'all know. Over 100 issues. I think it ended like at issue 103 for Connor Superboy. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The original Yellow Ranger was a guy. I mean, they all were guys, to be honest. Yeah, parents need to be parents and stop blaming the media to be a parent and monitor your child. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. They should have put Cassie and Connor together instead of him and Miss Marvel, because I feel like she mind control him and rape him. Yeah, Young Justice, Magan and Connor and Kent's relationship, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I just thought it was so random. Like it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I was hoping like once Magan gets there, and then after that we'll get Wonder Girl, because the reason why I thought we was going to get Cassie Wonder Girl early is because I'm like, we got Connor early, and Connor isn't even friends with Dick Grayson, so it's weird that they're trying to like take away Tim Drake's best friend away from him and give it to Dick Grayson. It's like, no, Dick was friends with Wally West and the original Aqualad. So I don't understand why Calder was there. I don't understand why Superboy was there, and I don't understand why Dick Grayson was Tim Drake instead of Tim Drake. Like the computer, the savvy technology guy or whatever and stuff like that. That was literally Tim Drake, not Dick Grayson. And I need people to understand that. All of the Robins that's been in media entertainment, except for the Adam West Robin, has mostly been based off of Tim Drake. Y'all always talk about how Tim Drake's the most boringest Robin, but yet y'all been watching him in media for years. All they did was swap out names, just like what they've been doing with Barry Allen. The most of the flashes that you've been watching on TV and in media, movies, video games, or whatever, most of them has been Wally West. They just been swapping the name out and call it Barry Allen. Respect the boys. Y'all don't keep telling me how uninteresting Wally West and Tim Drake are when all of the characterizations of Dick Grayson and Barry Allen are based on Tim Drake and Wally West. I'm just being honest. It took me months to find a Jubilee action figure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are being. Yeah, the He-Man pack ratio was bad. They would have do a 6-3 He-Man one. Same for the bad guy packs. It killed the line. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love the 2003 line, but what I'm saying is they didn't have the characters that I really wanted at the time. Like, I had plenty of He-Man and Skeletor toys, but the other characters were hard to get. And then the line was just nothing, mostly full of He-Man and Skeletor, and you're just like, okay, that's great, but where the rest of the characters at? You know?
Mm-hmm.
The original Robin costume was silly. No, it wasn't. It was amazing. It was amazing. Unpopular opinion: Nightwing blue and gold costume was my favorite. The disco one? Oh hell no! Oh fuck!
It wasn't that bad, guys. I mean, it just revealed his chest, and it really worked, guys. It really worked.
Are you saying?
I was actually
definitely
talking to
hate it.
Trey. Like, his favorite design is seeing Dick Grayson back in, his boxers. And he was telling me how much he wanted to see Nightwing showing his booty off to the rest of the world.
What?
That's what he wanted.
No,
And I was
What
like,
do you
yeah,
want?
I will
I
do that
guess
for
you
you,
and I
Trey.
have
I will
more-
do that for
I
you
guess
because
we-
we're great friends.
I guess we have more in common than I thought, Trey. Like I feel connected to you on a spiritual level now.
Dylan, do not listen to her. I was like, wait, where is she going with this? I thought she was going to talk about a terrible Dick Grayson costume that she knew I didn't like. And then she went that far. I'm like, whoa.
But you pay more attention to the outfits, Trey. Like, are you sure you're not into? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I will slice you up, Kate.
But I don't know about that, Trey. Like, you seem to show more interest in booties than Dylan here, and he's actually bi. So.
And we all know what a booty lover I am. Like I am the booty master.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a nice pair of booty. All right,
That's what I'm always trying to say.
and right now, I've been preaching about a lot of the women not having asses because it's getting disappointing that only
Yeah.
the men nowadays have the booties and the women don't. And I'm like, can we get some more women with booties, please? Squats is your best friend. Please learn them. Please learn them.
It will do
But no,
so much
we
for
have to
your
get women
career.
that ain't got no booty. That look like 12-year-old boys. You like, fuck. But then they'll get a guy on screen that got a whole body, and you're just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You got a whole man that looked like a snack for Dylan, but you can't give me a woman that look like a snack. This is unfair. God damn. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like they're catering to Dylan over there. Thanks a
And
lot.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it for that reason. There is some other stuff when I got to hear them talking. It's just like real life. Like the booty's almost better than the face, but then all of a sudden they start talking, and I just want to close the book.
Be like, and you just killed all of my hype. I'm done. Trey, you listen to a little Lady Antebellum songs. I mean, about changing their name, Lady A. I do listen to Lady Antebellum, and I will continue to call them Lady Antebellum. I'm not calling them Lady A. That's stupid. That sounds retarded. I don't need them changing their name because they don't want to be offensive to black people. What black person was complaining about y'all name?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, that was such a random thing. I was like, as if number one, I guarantee a lot of people don't even know what antebellum means. So I mean, it wasn't even that big of a deal. And then who was actually complaining?
Yeah, they were like, because they didn't want to be offensive to black people. And it's just like, first off, your group was created in Georgia. If black people was going to complain, they would have complained as soon as you got on stage and said, our name is Lady Antebellum. No, hell no. No, hell no, it's not. Like, we didn't care. And there are black people who listen to country. Don't let nobody fool you and be like, no, black people don't. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But what I'm saying is, if it was such a big deal, like they claim, it would have been known. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care. I think I prefer Lady Antebellum over Lady A. It sounds stupid. No, they will always be Lady Antebellum. You can't change my mind on that one.
Oh, they just lit up their virtue signal as bright as possible.
Right. Kate, your voice, smiley face.
Oh.
Now
he's doing the Karen voice?
was here. Yeah, you guys should read the manga Spy Family. The anime is coming out in April. I feel like Kate will like it the most. Nice.
Yeah.
Leave Dick Grayson's original costume alone. Girls gay and bi men love his boy ass when he becomes a man. Well damn, that was blue wind.
I mean, not when he's a little boy, but yeah, definitely when he grows into a man. You damn right.
Should I continue to watch Superman and Lois? I haven't watched the new episode. Hell yeah, William Walker. Don't you ever ask me that dumbass question again. No offense, sorry. Definitely, if there's one show you should continue to watch, Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
It's all we got. Okay? It is all we got from DC.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is definitely one of the better shows. So yeah, definitely keep watching that.
Maybe I should redesign Harley Quinn. If you can put her back in a gesture costume, please and thank you. I thought that was one of Kate's sisters for a second, but I'm just dumb. It took me to realize that it was a voice changer. Kate is Karen's voice. That's what happens to She-Hulk and Warbird, Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers. They listen to people that dislike the original looks and costume, like KSD and Jason Aaron, despite how popular they were. Yeah. And now Disney trying to go back and bring back classic She-Hulk because they're like, okay, I see that this classic She-Hulk, people love it. Yeah, did you really think that we were gonna look at swole bitch She-Hulk? No, I'm sorry. No, ain't nobody getting nothing from that. Thoughts on Superboy and Miss Martian ship? Trash.
No, we're not going into that territory again because
Trash.
It's already crap. I'm just gonna skip.
It's no good.
Yeah, it's not the business. It's not the business. Ben 10 abortion verse. Let's see. The Young Justice TV show is a name only. The original comic book of the same name. Yeah. Young Justice is only a name only. Like if you guys read the original Young Justice, to be honest, it's way better than the TV show. To be honest. Yara Floyd is an overrated character, and she got canceled. She got canceled. Oh, the glory. Because I said it previous times. I said, guess what? It ain't gonna last long, and they're gonna cancel that character before issue number 8. And I was right. They canceled it because I was like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna give her 6 issues, and I bet you that's probably it. I didn't even think it was gonna get past that. And now it's canceled. Well, of course it was canceled. What did you think was gonna happen? It wasn't interesting enough, and it was overrated. And I know Dylan's best friend is mad that Yara Floyd is canceled, and that a lot of people didn't read the book, Dylan. But
I mean, I think that's probably like that's the thing. I read the book, and that's where I think that may be the only thing that her and I might have. Not that I'm upset about it getting canceled for I understand she probably has her own stupid ass reasons. I'm only upset with it because I was like, I saw potential in the character. I was reading it. And I didn't hate it. I didn't do any reviews past I think issue 2, but I didn't hate it enough to be like, okay, yeah, they need to cancel this shit. So when I found out it was canceled, I was like, well, damn. I mean, that's just the way the wind blows sometimes, I guess. So I was just like, well, shit. But yeah, I get the feeling she's just upset because she was like, oh, this is a great character. And it's probably I'm sorry, let me do my nerdhead voice. It was the best character and it had such potential.
Wait. I could pull off a better impression. Did I use the voice editor again?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Do you have one that modulates your voice to make it sound like you've been smoking cigarettes for about 25 years?
Holy shit. They are
Is it on or no? Is it on?
It's still on.
Mm-hmm. The voicing's on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you guys just agree with everything I'm saying? It shouldn't make much of a difference. I mean, on either side, it's going to be bullshit after bullshit. Like, and also you should make sure you tell me how better I am than everyone who has debated me. Like, come on, tell me I'm pretty, even though I don't show myself up.
I know. Always picking them thirst traps. You ought to be ashamed of your damn self.
One day,
I didn't even know it was like still on.
Oh no, you good. Hey, look, Dylan. One day she gonna be like, you know what? I'm about tired of them talking about me. Face reveal, and then she's gonna be gorgeous, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, she's gorgeous. Damn it.
I mean, I hope so. For her sake, I hope so. She needs to come in and serve up an actual look, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, you know what, bitch, I see you. You go ahead and you work that runway, girl. Get down there, mama. But until then, I'm just gonna keep making fun of the fact she only ever posts these thirst trap pictures to try and get men to simp for her.
I'm so done. You see. Would you like the Tim Drake Connor Kent friendship adapted? Yes, because it's good to have guy friendships being portrayed positively. Like, we need to see more positive friendships in the world, and Connor Kent and Tim Drake have a great friendship. That's why it's weird when people try to be like, oh, they're bisexual, and I'm just like, did you read the characters? Because where are you seeing this at? They're just two guys who are close to each other. Nothing wrong with two guys being close.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, how many like young gay and bi dudes like saw that shit and they wanted to believe that some straight friend that they have a crush on would maybe possibly one day actually hook up with them. Like that's the vibe I get from that. Like that's how they were feeling about it. They were just projecting onto the characters.
And you know what's so funny is kind of like what the Fosters did with Connor and Jude. Like, Connor is this masculine, muscle-bound football player and baseball player at school, and he's popular with people. And then you got Jude, the nerdy-looking boy that's obviously gay as hell. And all of a sudden, Connor got feelings for him. And Connor is the one who makes the first move on him. And you're just like, really?
Don't make no damn sense.
You can't just be a straight guy who just happens to be friends with a gay guy. Like, are we really going that route? And you notice, and you notice they've been doing that a lot, where it's always this loser of a person, and he for some reason get this hot popular guy as his boyfriend, and everybody was like, and what do you see in him again? Like, seriously, what? That don't even make no damn logical sense. They don't even do that with guys and girls. It's rare where they do the guy is the loser and he dates the hot girl, or the guy's the hot one and the girl's the loser one. Sometimes it happens, but rarely it don't. And it's just kind of funny every time they do the LGBT quota for the guys. It's always that same boring ass trope. They even did it in Disney when Disney did Andy Mac, where they had Cyrus, who's like this nerdy kid who got like obsessive compulsive disorder, and then TJ, the star football player, basketball player, who was mean to everyone, and he became close with Cyrus, and then you kind of know where the story goes, and then when the show ended, they finally admitted their feelings towards each other, and it was just like, really. I mean, okay, sure. I mean, it's not like they didn't do the relationship well, but at the same time, you're just like, how many times are we going to see the same trope where this good-looking guy who look like he can get any girl, all of a sudden don't want the girls and want this loser boy? Like, what reality is you living in? Please let me know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I always feel like it's coming from some like gay guy who grew up and always had this fantasy that maybe the star football player will actually secretly have a crush on me and want to date me. It's like, no, girl, that's just in your fantasy. Try to be a little bit more realistic and understand life don't work that way. You're selling people some bad dreams.
Right. And it's kind of funny because people really do believe it too. Like they really do think that that's something that can happen. And you're just like, no, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that, or whatever.
Not that it can't happen, but it more than likely never does.
Yeah, rarely. Unless you're in California, where everybody's just trying to smash anybody, and nobody really cares about labels. And you know, some people just want to get their what done and call it a day. They don't even care whose hole it is at this point.
Sometimes picky.
Give Jay Garrick some respect. I mean, DC need to give him some respect because I already know his potential. But you know, DC said fuck it. Dominic says DC canceled Yara Flores' book after wasting her potential. Yeah, all of that potential wasted.
Yep.
Bro, Dylan must be really enjoying his food.
Yeah. No, y'all got no idea. I devoured that shit. Like it was almost a crime. If y'all could have had seen it, y'all would have called the cops.
I love Wonder Woman's 90s leather look. Really? That look was hot trash.
Wait, are we talking about the one with like the freaking shorts and shit? That was pretty good.
I don't know. It felt like they put that shit together right quick. They were like, and we need something right quick because we got to get Wonder Woman out the Wonder Woman costume. Let's put her in this biker chick costume, and hopefully it's edgy, it's 90s, and you'll love it. And when I was reading it, I was just like, you could have come up with a better costume. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm glad that she was hot, but it was just kind of one of those. That this the best you can come up with. That's it. All right. Okay. Lazy asses. Power Girl has the best chest, while Dick Grayson has the best butt in fiction. Enough said. That's true.
Just imagine if they merged the two.
The world would not be contained. The world could not handle it. The world couldn't handle it.
We're doing it.
I could handle it.
Before dying after a heart attack? Okay.
Hey, that's okay. As long as I got mines, that's all I need to know.
Is Rainbow's boyfriend the leprechaun?
No. He's quite literally the exact opposite. He's 6 foot tall.
Oh my goodness.
Mitch, Dylan's boyfriend is basically what I just described about the whole stereotype of the geek. Basically set up here to describe Dylan's boyfriend.
I mean, hey, and I'm not mad at it neither. I'm like, hey, I know what I'm dealing with, and that's it helps. I'm not gonna lie. Like my interest has never gone anywhere else for a reason.
We know that Kate has that cake.
What?
Okay. They're coming for you now, Kate.
What?
What
Kate, are you guys talking about? What the fuck?
Kate, you got the cakes, girl. They saying
you got the cakes.
I guess.
They
you don't know.
Probably wouldn't say that about me if you met me in real life, so. I'd be like not ready, and I'd be like, wait, gotta get my makeup on. Wait, gotta put on proper clothes. Wait. Better make myself sound feminine so I can fool him into marrying me. I'm kidding. I would not want to be stuck with any of you guys. Ugh. My dogs are my only love here.
He says, objectifying men. Well, Dylan loves to objectify men.
Somebody has to.
See?
Mm-hmm.
And Free Fire Pro said, yeah, it's sad that guys who have the asses in comparison to females, so you have no choice but to admire the male ass. There's nothing wrong with admiring another man's ass. Dylan would agree with me. I mean, what else we got? We got women that look like 12-year-olds. No boobs, no chest, no ass. And you're just like, for God's sakes, damn it.
It's okay, baby girl. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog. Even no.
Yeah, I don't know where mine is.
Damn those communists.
With the other one.
Isn't there a girl named Antebellum in the Skullgirl game? I believe there is. Put Trey in a room with Starfire. Put Dylan with John Constantine. They might take a while.
Yo, put me in a room with Starfire and John Constantine and see how long we end up taking. You probably would never see me again.
I mean, Starfire is a freak, so
Exactly.
She's of
we ain't
course
coming
gonna
out that
do a
room for a
three-way,
long
you know?
time.
She's always gonna do a
Exactly.
three-way.
We're
Why
we're,
else would she be with Roy and Jason?
we're
Exactly.
we're not coming out that room for a long time. So
Mhm.
I'll be like,
Y'all might want to
Kate,
open a window
Dylan.
when I do come out of it, though.
I'll be like, Kate, Dylan, take over the chat. I will eventually be back.
Exactly.
I will
Maybe,
be eventually
possibly.
back. Maybe.
If we lose him, I don't blame Starfire one bit. I'll just say at his funeral, he was at least doing what he loved best.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He died
from
the way he
Futurama,
lived.
From Futurama, died of snoo. Sure did. Sure did, and it was glorious snoo too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was glorious snoo. Hyper said, "Oh yeah, Harley Quinn and Justice Shoe is it. Who else should I redesign? Let's see, Wonder Woman. That movie costume got to go. Let's see who else. What's another character that I want that I really want them to redesign? Jean Grey. That Marvel girl suit. No, baby, we passed that. You too grown for that shit. Let's see who else. They made She-Hulk sexy again. Carol Danvers definitely needs a redone.
Oh yeah,
Kamala
I know
Khan.
what I'm gonna be doing for my next, episode. Not at next episode, probably the third one.
Yeah. Kamala Khan needs Jesus. Let's see. What else? Who's another character that needs a retooling as well? I would say Miles Morales right now because that costume that Miles got on currently, no, it hot trash. Hot trash. Redesign that costume. If you can make the current Miles Morales costume that he got on now look good, that's great. But right now, that costume looks horrible. Horrible. Storm. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the recent rock and roll design for Storm, nah, that come on now. She was just in this gorgeous costume a minute ago, and then y'all change it to this rock and roll chick one. Nah, come on now. I get it. It's going back to the 80s look, but Storm either keep her X-Men Red costume that she had on, or her Met Gala costume that actually looks like a proper costume. Let's see who else needs a redesign, a rework. John Kent, make him a little kid again. Let's see who else. Who else I got? Poison Ivy. See if you can make her sexy. I'm just being honest. What's another character that I want them to redesign again? That Barbara Gordon, because that bullshit costume that she wore during Fear State was trash. But yeah, those are a few characters that you can change if you want to. She-Hulk is now Abby Hulk. Well, not anymore. She's sexy now. Does anyone wonder how the Robins would be adapted into live action?
Oh my
Not really.
gosh, that would
Not
be.
really. I mean, it's kind of obvious. We'll know about their tragic past story, and they're most likely going to use Dick Grayson. We all know the story. Dick Grayson's parents fell off the little edge, died, and Bruce Wayne adopted him in the conversation. I mean, that's it. Like, I like the armor on Yara's suit, but I hate all the red. It's too much going on. Understandable. Everyone in the chat heard about the Dixie Chicks and not the Chicks. I listened to their song in the past. Okay. Yara is a nothing character. She looks good, but I only know that she's Brazilian. Understandable. I may just draw a live action concept for Robin. Thanks for the ideas. You're welcome. Nerdette likes Yara, but doesn't like Cassie Wonder Girl, and I don't know why. I don't know why neither, because it's just like, baby, did you even read anything with Cassie in it? Like, we're talking about that. I think she was trying to say that Yara was more interesting than Cassie. I was like, corner.
Oh, how? Like, we haven't even gotten too much with Yara Flora yet. We got some more information. through Young Justice and a bit of other books appearances that she appeared in. So you're telling me Yara Flor's more interesting? I mean, each to their own, but it's like there's not much there to me. There's
A
not
character
much
of
there.
30 years. How is a character of 30 years that actually had storylines is less interesting than a character that ain't had nothing? What? Okay.
I mean, and I like I've mentioned, like I did actually like Yard. You know what? I can prove it. I'm gonna prove it to y'all right quick. No, I'm not gonna go get the comics. Y'all about to see something.
Okay. Hashtag justice for Aunt Jemima. If they don't bring back Aunt Jemima, we gonna have issues.
I'm like, okay, my stepmom had issues finding that, like, you know, pancake mix, and I was like, oh wow, like, no wonder, like, everyone's just looking for, you know, the iconic character on the fucking box, and they can't even find it because she's not on there anymore. It's so much easier to find it if there's, like, you know, those icons. And never mind, but like, ooh.
I walk past the mix because I don't recognize it. Because I don't recognize when I'm looking for it. I'd be forgetting that they changed it. So I'm like, oh, now you look plain and boring. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed it to like the Pearl Milling Company or whatever the hell. It's like, what the hell's the matter with y'all? What kind of crack are y'all smoking? But here's my proof right here. Here we go. Bada bow. I got the Yara Flora Funko Pop. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, she got a Funko Pop?
At the store. Yeah, she got a Funko Pop. That's what I was saying. I was like, see, she has a Funko Pop, but I don't even think they've made one for Cassie yet.
Nope.
That's really weird.
Nor Donna, Troy, and Cassie barely got anything, and that's what I'm saying. That's what also led to the failure of the character. You have fans of the other Wonder Girls that ain't never, and you never done anything with them. How can you jump to this brand new character when you ain't fixed the other two characters? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
They ain't doing nothing to help her out. It's a shame. It's a shame.
I mean, they even gave her boyfriend to Miss Martian, bitch ass. Like, like Cassie in season 2, Cassie should have been coming for Connor ass. Like, no, bitch. I know you and Miss Martian had something, but you mine's now. You're mine's now. I would love to see Donna Troy and Dick Grayson. Love to see a Donna Troy and Dick Grayson. I would be
wait. Those two? No.
Wait. Let me finish. I would be mad if DC ever made them a couple. They see each other as siblings, not as friends. Oh, okay. So you want
okay? I was kind of concerned.
You want to see their friendship? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. You never really see them being friends all that much.
They have a good friendship. They have a good, solid friendship. I like their brother and sister friendship. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Trey, did you see that Jason Aaron made Mjolnir a woman? Yeah, I saw it, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, whatever.
That was literally why I had shared out a meme on Twitter. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up so we all can see it. Because when I heard about it, it immediately reminded me of the Fairly Odd Parents. So that was why I had to like put this together. Here, let me just go ahead and share.
You know me. I just was like, whatever, because I haven't read Thor since the reveal of Jane Foster being Thor, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done.
Now, if you want to go and share my screen real quick, this is what I put because when I heard about it, I was like, but it's always been a male hammer. So it reminded me of the Fairly Odd Parents when he found that nickel and he named Philip. And he was like, it's a girl nickel. Like, that's literally how I felt about this show. I was like,
the good news is I named my hammer Mjolnir. What's the bad news? It's a girl hammer. Oh,
it's a girl hammer. Like, literally that exact shit. I was like, man, y'all really had to do that? There was no real reason to have to do that.
True. It felt unnecessary, to be honest. But yeah, I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's see. Hold on. One friendship I want to see is Spider-Man and Human Torches. You mean in like shows, or I mean no, in movies, right? Because we seen it in shows when he does guest star. When they do guest star on each of the shows, they do have like a brotherly friendship. So it's really cool to see that one. Like in the Powerpuff Girl 2006 reboot, that guy who worked on the show made himself a self-insert as awesome love interest, or when they made Vixen bi another self-insert character with beastly fetishes. Yeah, they like to put self-inserts in a lot of characters, and you're just like, ugh, great.
Yeah.
Trust me, my theory on the gay trope comes from straight folks who want more fan art in DeviantArts. Oh, okay. Leprechaun is getting that pot of gold. Oh, that's what you meant by Dylan's boyfriend is a leprechaun because he's in that pot of gold.
I mean, he also, because he used to work the Santa sets, you know, whenever you do like the pictures with Santa, he used to like work those sets like for years. And one of the times he went to Colorado and he had to wear like a full-on elf costume. So I mean, leprechaun, elf, whichever. He's tall for any of those things. Strangely though, he does like elves, so I guess he's closer to like the Lord of the Rings elves.
Oh, this person said, I love the squeeze. And then it says, Kate remains the cake of cakes. Okay.
I still have no idea what that means, but okay.
It means you got a fat ass.
Hey,
I'll be honest right now. Here's a nice truth about me. I have a flat butt. Like,
that's a shame.
That's what I always tell like every guy who's shown any interest in me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull it off like a band-aid. I have a flat ass, and I inherited it from my dad and my mom. So it's like, I guess I better start doing those squats. But then again, I'm like, whatever. I'll never find a guy, so I'm just gonna get like 10 plus dogs, and I will live happily in my own little house, like away from people.
Or do the damn squats. What's wrong with you women? God damn it!
You get in there like
too much work, and plus men, they don't even do that much. So,
I mean, it really doesn't take a man that much work to get a booty, to be honest. Sadly.
True.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is just ready to get into it.
Yeah, or you can, eat some black food.
Get some of that soul food in you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll get there. It'll get there.
I already eat like an old lady, so.
Okay, but you need to eat like a black old lady.
Oh,
true.
What do black old ladies even eat?
A lot of soul food, baby. A lot of soul food.
A whole lot of soul food, baby.
Since you're not from the South, there's a lot. We got the chitlins, we got the chicken, we got the we got the brisket, some other country food stuff that you need to eat. It's a lot of country style food that you need to eat. Collard greens.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of butter. It's a lot of grease, bunch of carbs, mashed potatoes, corn, all the good stuff.
I'm not really sure if that's gonna help me, but
it will. It will.
Trust me. It gets
maybe get a heart attack, but I don't know.
I mean,
sometimes you gotta die trying to achieve your dreams. You know.
You know what I mean. You already know, Dylan. When Artemis was taking Diana's place as Wonder Woman, could have made a secondary suit reminiscent to Donna Troy's black suit. Oh my God, yeah, that would have been cool. And I love Donna Troy's Black Galaxy costume. I think that's the best Donna Troy costume ever.
I liked it when she had those giant shoulder pads, like where it was like she looked like a warrior, but like it like.
Wait, which one are we talking about? Are we talking about?
I think it was one of the first ones, like the one that that took away the pants and the short hair. That was pretty good.
Yeah, when she had the dress, the Troya look, the dark star Troya look. Yeah, I remember that look. I was like, it's okay. But then after that, that's when she transitioned to her iconic costume, the Galaxy Star black costume. I'm like, yes, baby, this outfit is amazing.
I do love that costume. It looks really good.
Yes, and I wish DC will go back to that costume. Now they got like a combination of the black costume, but her Wonder Girl costume when she decided to transition to be the new Wonder Girl. You remember with the stars on the side now, but she got that chest plate. And then she got the shoulder pads, and I'm just like with the shield and sword on the back, and I'm like, yeah, Donna Troy doesn't need all of this shit. Put her back in the simple black costume and call it a day. What are you doing, DC? What are you doing?
Dang, I'm really.
How did I know the character was going to be black? Maybe because your character reminded me of Storm, Kate.
Oh right, yeah, like. I was actually basing a bit off of what you guys said, like the comment touch. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, what if I just went with like the whole silver feel, but it's not really silver, but it's like blue silver, that kind of shit. And I was like, oh wow, that actually really works for her. You know, it kind of makes me think of like I think it was Kita from like the Lost City of the Atlantis, Lost City of the Empire.
Oh, Princess Kita or
Yeah,
Kiakadai.
she's like one of my favorite like characters. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
Yeah,
I respect that.
What these characters need is a bulldozer. Hashtag Keenan and Kel reference, by the way.
Oh man,
I can
Keenan and
redesign
Kel.
Wolverine. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna redesign Wolverine. I mean,
Wolverine's pretty perfect as he is right now. I mean, except for the weird idea that he got her like.
Even though for me, I prefer the blue and yellow look, but the brown and yellow look is fine too.
Yeah,
I just prefer him being an old dude and being like a shit. So, yeah.
You like Old Man Logan?
He's pretty old, but it's like kind of, I don't know. It kind of gives me, I don't know. It reminds me of someone, and it's like, oh wow, that's pretty interesting.
I mean,
I guess it's just me.
Old Man Logan's not a bad character, but I like Wolverine as Wolverine. I don't need to see an alternate version of Wolverine in the Marvel Universe. It was weird. Like, they killed Wolverine off, but Old Man Logan was like, yeah, I'm kind of stuck here, and I don't know what to do. And everybody was like, Wolverine, we thought you were dead. He was like, I'm not the Wolverine that you're talking about. Yeah. Cassie Sandsmart need a redesign. Oh my god, yes. That bullshit that Brian Michael Bendis put her in the little bullshit schoolgirl costume she got going on. I'm like,
she's not going to school. She's beating the shit out of people. So put her back into the, sparkly red suit. That solves everything.
No. Don't put her back in the sparkly red suit. Put her back in her apple bottom jeans with her Wonder Girl shirt. No, we're not putting her in that ugly, sparkly damn costume. Hell no.
If she and Donut can be associates with Wonder Woman, it'll be easier.
No, I can see that. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, if y'all are asking me, I do prefer the red costume. I'm definitely going to go there with it, mostly because I like that they also gave her the red lasso, and I was like,
yeah, that was pretty
just
badass.
Something very aesthetically pleasing when things match. I get that from my grandma.
I mean, they can give her the red lasso, but she doesn't need. She doesn't. That costume is ugly on her, to be honest, because it's not Cassie's style. Cassie, it's always been like, when she makes her costume, most of her costumes been mostly a street kind of base costume designs. If you've seen her from the beginning, so it doesn't make sense for her to wear a whole entire leotard costume. That's why she wouldn't. That's why she didn't wear the brand new Donna Troy costume. Like, when Donna became, got a brand new costume, she gave her the old Wonder Girl costume, but then they gave her an updated version of that costume as well too. But Cassie didn't wear neither one of them because she didn't want to ruin those costumes and ruin the memories of Donna in those costumes. So she decided to do a makeshift costume. That's her personality. That's her style. And I think that's what it needs to be. Put her in the apple bottom jeans costume that she has on, and put her in a red Wonder Girl costume. A red Wonder Girl shirt with the red lasso, and call it a day. Like, that's because that's what she is. She always would combine a little bit of the heroic costume with street clothes. But that whole leggings schoolgirl costume that Brian Michael Bendis put her in, I'm like, how old is Cassie supposed to be? Because she shouldn't be that young anymore. And yet they draw her like she's like not 15. Like, I think she's 15, but she's supposed to be like at least 17 or 18 by now.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
It's weird that she would wear that kind of costume, because I'm like, a 17-year-old girl wouldn't wear that costume. Maybe if Cassie was starting out, sure. But since that's not Cassie starting out, and this is supposed to be Cassie of the pre-New 52 era, Cassie pre-New 52 was wearing teenage clothes, So that's why I said the apple bottom jeans, the black high heel boots, and a classic Wonder Girl shirt with the red lasso works, because that's her style. Like, you have to know the character style. Cassie doesn't really wear the leotard costume. She only wore like 2 leotard costumes in pre-New 52, and then after that, it's been nothing but like makeshift costumes for her because that's her style, and that's what I like about Cassie is that she's different from all the other Wonder characters. She doesn't wear all of that bullshit. Well, she don't have to. I want to see Diana back in her pre-New 52 suit. Duh. I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for her to go back to that costume forever. You know what? Fuck it. New 52 Superman redesign. I mean, if you make it no armor piece, it should be fine. It should be fine. You know what I mean? Let's see. Y'all excited for X-Men 1997? Nope.
I completely forgot that was even coming.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Nah. With the way Disney's acting like right now, I doubt it. You already know how I feel about Barbara Gordon as Batgirl. I prefer her as Oracle, but I don't know who DC is listening to. I don't know who DC listened to too, because they sure as hell ain't listening to comic book fans.
I'm gonna tell y'all this though. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I hope they ain't listening to you and Free Fire Pro, Trey, because I know y'all are trying to get this woman maimed in a comic book. Y'all are rooting for her to have her whole legs broke.
Listen to us, DC. It works. It works. Don't listen to Dylan. Don't listen to Dylan.
No.
That's why people hate Barbara. That's why people hate Barbara right now, because everybody was like, why this bitch ain't back in a wheelchair?
No, DC Comics, come here, baby. Come here. Come here, baby. Rest your head right here. We're gonna talk. Don't listen to these. Don't listen to these certified sociopaths.
He's Republican. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, bring it back over here. Republican? Oh no, not today.
They would run away screaming. I'm telling you.
Oh god, no! Just put it back in the role of Oracle. But I mean, because for me, the reason why I'm saying it is because the character meant so much to people who are paraplegic. It made no sense to take away a character that was very prolific as a paraplegic person that was able to still be a superhero at the same time. So no, it doesn't make sense for her to walk again. It really doesn't. That's why I'm saying that. It's not because I don't like Barbara Gordon walking again. That it's great. But at the same time, at the cost of all that great character development that she had, she overcame a lot of stuff and was like, okay, cool, I don't have my legs anymore, but I'm able to do things. And I'm not going to let the fact that I can't use my legs stop me from fighting crime. I think that's way more interesting and enduring than, Bruce Wayne took her to another country where they put experimental stem cells in her and implanted a chip that helps her walk. What? Why? That's stupid. Keep her ass as Oracle. It just makes it more interesting. Native American in Butter 2, Kate. What?
I think it was like when I was talking about the whole Aunt Jemima thing, like when she brought it up, and I was, like my mom couldn't find the fucking pancake.
Okay. Dylan gonna look in that Yara Floyd underwear.
What?
Shit, you already know I look good in whatever the hell I'm wearing, so you know that I would. Shit, I'd be rocking that shit all day long, up and down the catwalk. Shit, you better hand me my money.
I can't. I'm done. I can't. What would you recommend for someone who hasn't seen the MCU Phase 4? Don't watch it. The only thing you should watch is Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, No Way Home. Other than that, don't even bother with Phase 4 of the MCU right now. I'm just being honest. Wasn't nothing enticing. Nothing that enticing for me. I'm just like, I mean, if you don't really care about the comic book lore, go for it. But if you someone who cares about the comic book lore and know that Marvel is just doing whatever the hell they want to with the characters, nah. And another thing, be wary for the thing that I always like to say. Just like the CW shows, the MCU Phase 4 shows are like, they like to do sitting and talking and sitting, talking and sitting, sitting and talking. So they're going to be sitting and talking a lot. And forget the costumes. They're barely in their costumes. So if you're ready for sitting and talking and sitting, talking about fifis and feelings, then go for it. Go for it. Aunt Jemima is based off of a real woman who became successful out of her cooking, specifically pancakes, going against the narrative people tried to sell to other on the product's history. Dang you, Jason Aaron. I'm just saying, taking the black woman off of Aunt Jemima box literally decreased the flavors. I'm just saying. Yeah, she's the god of hammers. Milner is non-binary. Milner was an object. Now what? Thor gets his powers from the hammer? Sort of. I don't like Tim and Cassie together in Young Justice show because I know in the comic books post-crisis, the only reason why they dated each other was a rebound of each other when Steph and Connor died. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Tim and Steph forever. Understandable. Simon's Thor run remains one of the best ones next to the original Stan Lee and his brother Larry Lieber and Jack Kirby. Milner's powers can deem anyone, no matter the sex, even if the person literally is sexless, should mean Milner should be genderless entity, but it's not. But she's not. She's not. Mitch says, "Show us. Show you what." Dylan and y'all for underwears. I don't think we. I don't think
Oh no!
I was like, you got to give me some time to prepare. I got to powder up so I can actually squeeze into them things.
I can't. You see this powder up, so I can squeeze into them. I can't. I'm done. I'm done. Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ. The book I wish they would bring back was for DC is Earth 2, but it was written by Tom Taylor though. Let the story continue. I don't know if it was. I don't know if DC. Are you talking about the New 52 one? Because I don't think the New 52 one was written by Tom Taylor. The New 52 Earth 2 was actually a interesting concept, and that's what I wish DC. If DC wanted to do their own rebooted universe, they should have used Earth 2 as a jumping thing and let that story continue. And just let us have the post-crisis shit. That would have made more logical sense. But no. Wow. Booty talk with the Geek Trinity. These truly are my people. Yeah, be so like we talks about the booties.
We aim to please.
You know? DC ignores Nubia and Artemis of Bangley Mela too. And Artemis was in Red Hood for a bit. Yeah. The best Red Hood and the Outlaws rebirth run, and that run was good, and then they self-sabotaged that. I said, holy crap, we can't have nothing good. Don't forget the oxtails. Oh yeah, Kate needs the oxtails too. Yep. We got red beans and rice and cornbread. I'm from the South. It's a beautiful. I got a little some myself as a guy. You already know. When you eat a lot of that stuff, a lot of that stuff go to hips and ass down here. Just being honest. I also like what they originally were doing in Justice League Odyssey. Like I felt like Cyborg was finally getting respect that he deserves in that series initially, but then it turned to crap. I don't know. I actually read the entire Justice League Odyssey run. It wasn't bad actually. I wouldn't have called it Justice League Odyssey, but I actually enjoyed it. I liked the team that they had. I could have used a few more characters on there. But other than that, it was pretty cool. It was pretty solid to me. And as long as Cyborg's, and I'm glad they kicked Cyborg off of the Justice League team halfway. Like it was like the first story arc in Rebirth. Post Rebirth. Where they had him in the thing where they had the TV, they had the original TV crew back, and then they had Cyborg in there, and then Cyborg was in that one storyline that Scott Snyder and them wrote, and then after that he was gone. I was like, praise God. Bye. You never should be in the Justice League, to be honest. Oxtail, pig feet, South, black rice, and with peas, coleslaw, baked macaroni and cheese with barbecue. Don't even get me started on Caribbean food. Kate, I'll hook you up when it comes to food. I mean, he just made me hungry as fuck. Like fat ass. Lord knows I don't need to be eating half of none of that. Okay. The only thing I heard about Nubia lately was the awful real one, and Nubia and the Amazons is the only thing we heard. and it was a trans Amazon, and they didn't even talk about Nubia, the title character. I know the self-sabotage of Nubia is ridiculous. Can we get Walt Simons to write Thor, because Jason Aaron and Donny Cates really suck right now? We need real Thor stories. I wish so too. Let's see. It's so weird that he's called Wolverine but dressed like a tiger. Very abstract. Well, he was originally supposed to be a literal Wolverine, Mitch, who just happened to be turned into a human. Stan had some wild ideas back in the day. Stan and them had some wild ideas back in the day. You just like, really? No, that was stupid. Krakoa made Wolverine's powers irrelevant. Big deal. He has a healing factor. The entire community is immortal. What's your character's name, Kate?
Oh, the one I'm coloring. I'm just gonna call her Pearl because I love pearls, and that's a lot of what she is wearing has some form of pearl or something looking like a pearl on her. So I'm just gonna say her name is Pearl.
Okay, cool. I would love to see more reptile stores. Okay. Trey is homosexual because he wants to see men's butt and talks about men's butt. Sure. I'm a big old homophobe. I mean homosexual, I'm sorry. Can't wait to get into that booty. Yep. That's exactly why I don't complain about women not having no booties or boobs. Hey. You can't get a woman with an ass to save my life nowadays.
What can I say? When you start hanging out with me, like my influence is just gonna spread no matter what.
Can't objectify women nowadays. Women weren't made for your eyes. Oh, baby, I don't know how to tell you nature. Yes, the hell they were. Yes, the hell we are animals at the end of the day. My female senses are tingling. So when I see a nice female with a nice rack and a nice boobs, I'm going for it. Call me sexist all you want to, but I'm just going with nature.
Nah.
Yeah, right. Actually, have y'all seen what happened to Superman recently, like on War World, where it traumatized all of us super fans for life, kind of enraging us? Are you talking about them killing him, or are we talking about the implied rape? Because Superman's been fucked up by DC since Rebirth ended. I ain't like the downfall of Superman right after they built him back up. Didn't make no logical sense. Made no logical sense. Let's hope we don't get a live action movie of I Am Not Starfire.
Hell no.
Oh,
did that happen?
Oh god.
I guess I'll have to review it, but it's never gonna happen.
Put Charles Xavier back in a wheelchair, Marvel. Trey, how about I become a comic book character and take Barb and she disappears with me for a while? Go for it. Okay. Kate, show us proof about the flatness.
I am not showing you shit.
Y'all are wilding, I swear.
What were your childhood crushes? Comics, anime, video games, cartoons? Well, my boo thing, Raven Simone. I thought me and Hope was gonna get married. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. I thought we was gonna get married. Shut up. This was before all of that stuff that happened with Raven. Didn't know nothing about that stuff. She let LA influence her, because I don't care what nobody say. That girl was into men. That she got hurt by a man, and she was like, "Nah, I'm sticking with straight pussy."
Now, yeah. I had a crush, and I had dual crushes, but it's not my fault. It's because of nature had gifted me with two of them. I had a crush on Tia and Tamara at the same time, and I couldn't decide who it was going to be.
Tia. I'm not going to lie. I had a crush on Tia, and I knew the difference between the twins. Tia was my boo thing. I was like, yeah, Tia. Oh, yes, Tia. Oh, and then Lucy Lawless as Xena Warrior Princess. Yep. You can pinch me any day, baby. Let's go. I love you. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing about no Xena Warrior Princess. I'd be like, let go.
See, and I don't even know if I had any crushes in like comics. well, not anime because I wasn't really watching that much anime. Video
Anime
games?
Sailor Jupiter. That was my boo thing. Sailor Jupiter. Jupiter power.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I could see
Yes,
that.
Sailor
Yeah,
Jupiter.
yeah.
That was my baby back in the day right there. Love me, Sailor Jupiter. That was my anime crush for real. Let's see, video game wise, a female character, Tifa. I mean, have y'all not seen them boobs, them racks? Hello. And then she had super strength. Hello.
Yeah.
What more can I ask for?
Yeah. I really don't
And
know if
Ariel
I
from
had
Little
it.
Mermaid. Ariel from Little Mermaid. I almost forgot my other boo. Ariel from Little Mermaid. Oh my God, love me. I love me the Little Mermaid. You couldn't tell me nothing about that one. And then Lisa from Gargoyles, she was hot. And she was Native American and black. Yep.
I really didn't have any of that. Like, weren't from like live action shows. I don't think.
Let's see. Am I missing somebody from comics? Who was I crushing on in comic books? I can't remember if I was crushing on anybody from comics though. Damn it! But I can remember anime and video games and cartoons and live action. But I can remember comic book crushes. Holy crap! I don't even know if I was crushing on anybody at the time though.
Oh no.
I know. Well, we got everybody else, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, cool.
Very true.
What about you, Kate? Any crushes?
Well, that's a really tricky question because it was always hard to pick like the right type of guy because for me it wasn't just like okay super muscular, that kind of thing. For me it was more like, does he have a good hairstyle? Like I don't want a guy who looks like he's a prick. Like you can just know that they're a prick judging by their hair. So it was always for me. There's a crap ton of them, so I'm just trying to remember which ones I remember more easily than others. Okay. There. Oh my gosh. Okay, so honestly, immediately I'll probably say this. I kind of did just like any other girl would, Bruce Wayne, Batman, that kind of thing for like cartoons and stuff. But it wasn't like the 90s animated version. It was the one from 2000. I think it was 2004 or 5. The Batman series where it was more in the style of Teen Titans, that kind of thing. I really liked how he looked in that, and honestly, a lot of people might disagree with me on that. But there was also aside from Batman, there was the 90s Peter Parker, and every girl I knew, they were always like, ew, he looks so weird or average, that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, he's fucking Spider-Man, he can do whatever he fucking wants. But it's like all the other girls were like, he's too average. He's not like a Prince Charming at all. He's associated with spiders and that kind of stuff. And most little girls are creeped out by spiders, so it's like you're kind of weird for liking that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just questioning my own sanity, being like, am I wrong for liking someone who's just average? It isn't a bad thing to me. I guess it mostly has to do with that kind of overthinking that type of thing. I'm trying to think of more anime crushes. Ooh, oh my goodness. To be honest, I got into Fruits Basket when I was a little younger than I should have been reading that kind of stuff. And, oh man, Hattori, oh my goodness. Hattori the Doctor. I like those depressing emo kind of guys. It's, But yeah.
Oh god.
I'm sorry for rambling like that. I'm I didn't do much rambling, but it was.
I'm glad that you did because it helped me to remember when I was a kid, when I was a little kid, when I was I don't know, 7, 8, somewhere around there. I think one of my first cartoon crushes was on Misty from Pokemon.
Okay.
Not a bad crush, a lot of people I know hate her, and I'm like, oh, that's because of the whole Serena thing, and it's not for me. I enjoyed her character,
Most people do go back and look at Missy and realize she kind of was this loudmouth, but it's just at the end of the day, she was the original Poke girl, and just because they introduced Serena, that I'm not gonna let that take away from what Misty brought, because let's be honest, a lot of people stopped watching Pokemon when Misty and Brock left. Even when they brought Brock back, everybody was like, "But not Misty? What the?" You know? So let's not pretend like Misty wasn't the shit back in the day, though. You know?
she was pretty much the shit. You know.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I likes me a strong woman.
You're right. Mm-hmm. She was definitely really cool. I definitely agree with that one. Oh, Mary Jane Watson. Okay.
Clearly,
yeah, you gotta include MJ.
Mary Jane Watson. Hello, the most iconic line. Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot. And I'm like, how the fuck did Peter get that? How did he get that?
He's an average guy, so like, you always have to question that. And I'm always like, hey, since I'm average and shit, maybe I could get myself a Dick Grayson. But that's never gonna happen.
Be like, Kate, your dad sets you up with this guy, and you're like, I don't want to talk to him or whatever. And then he comes to the door, and he's like hot as hell, and then he opens the door, and he be like, face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot, and you're like, holy shit, this man's hot. Like that's basically what Mary Jane Watson thing was, because she was next door to Peter, but they never really paid each other attention like that. And I know the aunt wanted, Aunt May was friends with Mary Jane's aunt and wanted them to meet, but we will always see the back of her head. So we all knew that she was a redhead, but that was about it. That's all we knew about Mary Jane at first. And then Peter will always try to avoid meeting her because he was like, I'm not about to be tied up with some square girl or whatever, stuff like that, because he thought that she was going to be this average person. And then when we finally got to meet her, you like, holy crap, Peter, you've been living next door to that this whole time? Boy, what's wrong with you? You should have been getting up in that.
I always preferred that's why I always think of if the modern retelling would definitely have, Peter liking a little Mary Jane when they're like both kids and stuff. And that's why I love the Ramy version of the movie,
Yeah.
It made sense in that respect.
And that reminds me too, Kate, when you said that too, that reminds me, I had an argument on Instagram where people were trying to tell me how Sam Raimi's MJ is worse than MCU's MJ. And I was like, in what reality? In what reality? Or what movie you watching? Because I like my girl Zendaya, but no, Michelle Jones was a terrible character, horrid character. Because they were talking about, because Mary Jane was like cheating on people in the Raimi movies and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's your basis? Talking about, I'm finally glad that we finally get a real Mary Jane Watson. Where? We don't know anything about Michelle Jones. The bitch was boring. She brought nothing to the movie at all. Mary Jane was a complex character. Like, there were layers behind her character. Where were the layers at behind Michelle Jones?
Not much there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And she even said she doesn't go by Watson.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because I was talking to my dad about it, and we were talking about the Ramy version and the newer version, and my dad's just pulling up onto his computer, and then he's like, well, the newer one doesn't seem to show her boobs that much. And I'm like, Dad, what are you getting at? And he's like, well, he pulls out his computer and he's like showing me Kristen Dunst's breasts, like she's naked and shit. And I'm like, Dad, like, okay,
that's really weird way to make a point, but okay.
He's like,
that's
he's
a
always
man's man right there. That's a man's man right there.
Yeah, totally. Like, I don't really care, like, I'm used to this kind of conversation with him, but it's always like funny when he does get into these moments where it's like, no, that doesn't look like an actual woman. And then he just pulls up, any of the like nudity shots of women, and I'm like, yeah, that's my dad for you. I mean, he was like a big, nudist photographer, so yeah, he knows his shit.
Okay.
So it's like,
right.
awesome to know that, but hey,
in the back of your head, don't you be like, I wonder if my dad knows I'm a girl. No? Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure that he might know that I'm a girl, since he kind of forgot. He just took these pictures.
He kind of thought, like, I think it's like I think it's mostly because I'm also weird and inappropriate in that kind of way. I'm like making weird fuck jokes and shit, and I mostly get that from him ever since.
Okay.
Like, so it's like, it's not weird at all. Just like, that's just how we're like. We can be, respectful, but we can also be pretty perverted as fuck, and be weird and not like in a negative way, but more like a joke. Like that's how I.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I am nearly done with this. Almost.
Let's see. Let's see what other comments you guys are saying. I think we're almost close. The G4 chick needs real help. Yes, she does. I mean, classic Valiant and Image comics were good. Yes, they were. And then the 2016, 2012 to 2016 relaunch of Valiant comic books was amazing. And then I don't know what happened. They let the wrong people in. That's what they did.
True.
You can find women with boobs and butts in independent works from comics to games and manga. Yep, you can. Trey has AIDS from butt sex. All right. Everybody gets one, Eric. That was your one. That was your one. Rebirth was the last breath of fresh air for DC. That's true. That is definitely true. I was talking about the implied rape on Superman. Superman Red and Blue. Terrible comic book. Trash, fire. They start making women look like men. I don't know who they are trying to appeal to because I don't want a woman who look like a man. Men that just me maybe trade like menly looking bitches. All right, you got one too, Free Fire Pro. Everybody gets one. Kate, I have a question about Pearl. Is a princess of her kingdom like Kita? Yeah, she already answered that one. Yes, she is.
I already didn't I already say that? Like,
yeah,
she is a princess. Like that was the point of her character. Because I was like, you know what? I want to make fun of like something that I always hate in the comic books that they never answer. And I'm like, hey, why not I do it in my own comic book where I make a joke about it, and then it's not really affecting that continuity. I'm just like making a joke about it and poking fun at it.
Let's see. Yo, Raven Simone was so fine, bro. I can feel you on that, Trey. And Chelsea was fine too, despite her goofiness. But Raven, Raven, and she had a booty too when she was walking back in them days. I wanted to run the TV and just be like, boop, smacking it. Don't remind me of that Tyler 13 Reasons Why a Violation of Superman. Yeah, that season 2 ending of 13 Reasons Why, what they did to Tyler, that was terrible. I was like, I don't know if I should be disturbed or upset because Netflix, what the fuck? That was weird. That was so weird and so unnecessary. So unnecessary. I was like, I did not need to see that happen to that boy, and that boy did not deserve that. I don't care what the reason it was. He didn't deserve that. Yeah, I did like Raven Simone too. She was my crush growing up. Yep, and she held Disney Channel on her back. I'm surprised she ain't in the wheelchair from holding up all that success. I legit said, "Fuck it, I'll give fans a proper Superman story after seeing that." Understandable. I had a dual crush between Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl. Nice. Starfire, Sailor Mars was my crush. Since we're on the topic of Disney princesses, who are y'all favorite? Disney princess Dylan, Kate, and Trey. Mine's is Rapunzel. Well, mine's is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Kate, Dylan, who's y'all favorite?
Oh my gosh. It is tricky, and I know I said Kita, and yeah, she still is one of the top princesses, but I do love me some Cinderella or Giselle. But mostly I think Giselle, because she's underrated. She's already slain a dragon, and I really enjoyed that film.
I think Free Fire Pro means official Disney princesses.
Oh, official? Oh, okay. Fine, I'll say Cinderella. Not
bad.
What about you, Dylan? Which official Disney princess is yours?
Mine's has to be Elena of Avalor. She's very underrated herself, but she is an official Disney princess. She never had a movie, but she had a show, and she's a princess, and she's the Latina. So I mean, I'm always down for that.
That's fine, but official Disney princess. Yeah.
Like I said, she is an official. I will pull out my doll right now. I have a doll.
You can pull it all you want to, but on the Disney princess on the Disney princess official line, she is not official Disney princess. Just like Elsa and Anna are not Disney princesses.
Oh, I know you're not about to put those lesbian bitches in the same category as my girl Elena. I will come to your house straight.
That's why I said official Disney princesses, the ones that are that Disney officially acknowledge.
I call racism. Racism.
You can call racism at this point, but I'm just saying. They are. I'm just saying they're not officially Disney princesses, but they are princesses because Giselle, Kita, Esmeralda, Magan. Those are Disney princesses, but they're not officially Disney princesses. Does that make sense? All right.
Fine, it makes sense. I'll just.
You
I
said
hate this
Cinderella.
rule.
You said Cinderella. I said Ariel. Dylan,
I said fuck Disney and they rules. I don't give a shit how they classify them. Elena is an official Disney princess.
Dylan, official Disney princesses. I know you got one. I know you got one.
You about to miss me with all of that. You about to miss me all the way.
His is the sleepy bitch, Aurora. Yeah,
Aurora.
She slept the whole movie. She only had 15 minutes. She's the Disney princess that had the least amount of screen time in her own movie. 15 minutes and only 5 minutes of talking.
Damn, that is pretty sad, actually.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. But as he's gone, yes, confirmation.
See, and I'm saying, like, I know I think it's right over here. Hold on, let me see.
Go get her, quick. Poor Trey just. Oh
shit,
he came back.
I'm already back. So, mine's is Ariel, Kate is Cinderella, and Dylan is Aurora, apparently. All right, cool.
Oh, but he's not gonna. I want to see the doll, Trey. Like, let me see the doll.
I got her right here. Look at this. Look at it. I want all of you to look at it.
I mean, I've seen her too. I already know about her. I mean, you act like I don't know nothing about Disney princesses being abused or anything, but I'm just saying they don't consider her official.
I'm not saying you don't know nothing about Disney princesses. I'm saying it's kind of sus how much you know about Disney princesses.
Yeah, Trey.
How is that sus? How is that sus?
All I'm saying is the chat may have been on to something when they were saying something about homosexuals up in the chat.
Everybody gets one, Dylan. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. But you have to remember, I did go to school. I did go to an art school. So history of Disney is one of those things that you kind of have to learn. You have to learn a lot of ins and outs about Disney, and you kind of have to watch a lot of Disney movies and learn about a lot of Disney stuff. So it's not like I was taught by people who actually worked at Disney. So it's not like they don't tell me anything that was going on in Disney. It's not that damn hard to actually, I don't know, www.disneyprincesses.com. You know. So
why would you even want to go there?
To doubt, chat.
What do you mean? Why would I want to go there? Because
like Trey, like, do you want to see something more from them? Like, come on, Trey, like.
First off, shut that up. I wanted to do it because people were trying to say that Elsa and Anna was Disney princesses, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's sus. Why would they be Disney princesses? Because one just became queen and the other one is just there. It would make sense if they said Anna, but they said both of them was. And then I look on the site because, you know, Disney has a celebration thing, especially at the amusement park, where they do a coronation for official Disney princesses. They never did a coronation for Anna and Elsa. So, but they did one for Moana, who came after her. And what's the girl name? The girl with the red hair and the arrow that shoot the arrows from Brave.
Merida?
Yeah, they did one for her. Isn't that weird that they say that these certain Disney princesses are Disney princesses, right? But if they don't do a coronation for them, Disney doesn't consider them official Disney princesses. That's why I'm saying that. So,
and that's why I'm saying I don't trust none of their fucking criteria because they didn't even make Brave. That was Pixar.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's the same thing with Rapunzel. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
it's the same thing with Rapunzel.
Hating.
Rapunzel was mostly made through Pixar, but you know, it's one of those things where you just gotta. I'm not saying that the princesses shouldn't be officially Disney princesses. I'm just saying I think when they say Disney princesses, they mean official Disney princesses, right? And I'm saying that as much as we, you know, like these other Disney princesses, Disney only have certain princesses they acknowledge as official Disney princesses. That's all I'm saying. And I love to tell the little girls that Anna and Elsa aren't Disney princesses. It hurts their feelings, and I love
Why
it.
are you so cruel? I'm just kidding, Trey. I probably would have done the same.
Yeah, like when it comes to those two, I'm like, I don't give a shit about Frozen.
Because
They definitely ain't.
Look, Disney overdid that crap with Frozen, right? Frozen was okay, and then they kind of went too far with Frozen, and then little girls were talking about it, and then everybody was like, "Oh my god, look at these Disney princesses!" And then you know how like Watch Mojo and all these other lists on YouTube start appearing about top 10 Disney princesses, and they will always put Anna and Elsa as like number 1 or number 2, and you're just like, whoa, hold on, bitches. Nah, you ain't about to disrespect them other Disney princesses that came before them. No, they can go to number 10, to be honest. No, they're not that interesting. Wow, one bitch got frozen powers. Ooh, how does that make her a good Disney princess? No, you can miss me with that. You can miss me with that. So no. So I just went on the little site to see, like, okay, who are these official Disney princesses? Because also, you like Dylan, you got characters that are on TV from Disney that are Disney princesses, but then Disney don't say they're officially Disney princesses, which is weird. So you have a Disney princess line that Disney does have, but certain characters are allowed to be in that line. And those are the ones they officially known as Disney princesses, not the Disney princesses that they do have, which is weird. That's why, you know, for me, I wanted to know why wouldn't they do it? And Disney does have a criteria for the reason why these Disney princesses get in the Disney princess pile. And if Frozen wasn't successful, Anna and Elsa would have been Disney princesses. But because Frozen did so well on its own, Disney don't consider them Disney princesses. But because the public considered them quote unquote Disney princesses, Disney kind of let them be Disney princesses without actually being official Disney princesses. Am I saying this right? No, it's completely wrong. But you know,
Oh my gosh,
Disney's going to Disney. Disney's
oh
going to
sorry.
Disney.
I was just
what?
I was just looking at like Free Fire Pro's comment about my drawing, and he's just like, I don't hate your drawing, but your drawing is giving me PTSD flashbacks because it reminds me of Barbara Gordon's Burnside costume. And yeah, that was the point. That was the point. I actually based these characters off of Batgirl and Starfire.
Oh, not the stupid Burnside costume that DC decided.
I had to choose something and make it a little different than what it was supposed to be. Because this one is a little like, I'm just poking fun at their relationship because I'm just like, wouldn't it be funny if Starfire ended up dating Barbara Gordon? And I was like, hey, I could do that for my own comics. That would be pretty fucking hilarious. The hottest guy ever ends up getting his girlfriends into their own relationship. That's a pretty funny outcome to me.
Okay.
I mean, it's definitely something that has happened before.
Hey,
I honestly want to see more of it happen, but like that's just a personal thought that I think should happen more.
And you know what? Fun fact. You know, if I was Frost, I would let you all know some things in the chat.
Oh no!
Here on Trey McHale, we do not tolerate. I can't even do it with the straight face.
Oh god.
Oh,
that
Lord,
chick
fun
really
fact,
she really shit the bed.
Was number 5 Cree Summers. Yeah. Cree Summer is a professional voice actor. Sup guys, what did I miss? A lot. Everyone had a crush on Misty, Dylan. My first anime crush was My Valentine and Faye Valentine's. Okay, you know, my Valentine's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Was pretty hot. Kim Possible is the type of girlfriend you want to have in your life. Yep. Can she bring the theme song with her though too? Okay, cool.
True.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what's so funny is when I realized it was Christina Milian singing the song, and every time I think about it, all I can think about is when you remember her song? You remember her single that everybody was trying, all the women were trying to do? When you give it to me good, dip it low, pick it up slow, roll it all around, pick it out on your back, boy. Pop, pop, pop that thing. I will show you how to play it. And I was just like, girl, I'm surprised you broke your back doing it. I was like, wait, did you get the girl that sing Dip It Low to sing the Kim Possible theme song? Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because the video was hot. No, it was like one of those. It was one of those wow moment things. But yeah. Oh, you know what would be so cool if Kim Possible, if they did like a recreation and had Kim Possible do the moves that Christina Milian was doing in her song.
I mean, they did end up doing like those live action movies, but like the girl they had cast was like 13.
Oh no! What I'm saying is like if somebody did like an animated Kim Possible, but like recreate the Christina Milian Dip It Low music video with Kim Possible in it, I would die laughing. I would die of laughter.
I mean, I'm sure there's somewhere on the internet that somebody's done that.
If somebody did, let me know. My crush was Raven from the 2003 Teen Titans show. I can see that.
I can see that.
Then OMD happened. Yeah, One More Day happened. Yeah, oh Lord. I had a huge crush on Dexter's mom. Oh, I forgot Dexter's mom was thick. Dexter's mom was extra thick. That woman had a Buddha. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then Honey from Monkey. When we realized that Dexter's monkey was a superhero too, she had a body too. She had a booty too.
That was a whole lot of body, yaddy, yaddy.
Mm-hmm. Kate, what are your thoughts on Henry Cavill?
What do you mean?
What are your thoughts on Henry
Just
Cavill?
ask for thoughts. Yeah, apparently, just what are your thoughts on him?
Okay,
I guess they're trying to see if
just
you're like Anna, that Star Wars girl.
Just trying to get through my thoughts about him because
I don't think
again, that's probably the only live action movie I've seen from WB. So, like he's not a bad actor. He's pretty good looking. I can tell you that. There's not much I can really say about like everything else, like any of the Justice League movies or Batman vs Superman, because I just haven't watched them, and I always put it on my to-do list, and my to-do list is pretty long at this point, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, Dazzling Kate, like what the hell, like why aren't you watching everything? And I'm like, I pick what I want to watch. I don't just sit because I want to review everything. It's like I gotta get in the mood. If I'm not in the mood, then I'm not gonna watch it. Because whenever I watch something, like I have to, feel it. Like then I watch it. Then if I get too excited, I just start pacing around the house like fucking crazy and just like, fangirling over something. That's the main reason why I don't watch as many shows as I used to. I'm like, I don't want to unleash that havoc onto my family because I do it mostly at night, like walking up the stairs, down the stairs, upstairs. It's really annoying. So. Yeah,
and I mean, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to like watch everything all at once. Like, I just barely last night finally saw Eternals, which, my God, what fucking trash that was. It was.
I warned you, Dylan, not to watch it. I said, Dylan, don't even bother. It looked like trash, and you went and watched it anyway. Why you do that to yourself?
Terrible. Well, my boyfriend wanted to watch it, so I was like, all right, yeah, we'll go ahead and sit down and watch it. But my God,
I hope you got something out of it. I hope he gave you something after that, because I would have been like, you gonna give me a cheeseburger, you gonna give me a slushie or something if I gotta watch this trash.
It was something else. It's just something else.
Well, I mean, what did you think of the Eternals? I mean, like
it was long, unnecessarily long. Mm-hmm. And it just like the plot, you could tell like they didn't really know what it was they were really trying to do. And what is this that I'm seeing on Twitter? It's a whole bunch of people reacting about Dylan O'Brien apparently, reportedly, having been cast as Dick Grayson in Batgirl.
Nope. Mm-mm. 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 I mean, we already know that's a troll because if WB is that stupid, I'm walking away. I am definitely walking away from that. I'd be like, nah, WB, we had fun. We had fun, but just like Marvel, I can definitely walk away from you. And I think half of us are ready to walk away from DC at this point. DC and Warner Brothers definitely done made it where the door, I'm already got my feet halfway out the door. I'm just waiting for you to push me out so I can go at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know where they're getting this from. Apparently, it comes from like this one like little thing that's something that says an actor we all know too well from MTV has been cast as Nightwing for the new Batgirl movie. Announcement happening soon. So it looks like it hasn't been officially reported, but I guess people, you know how the internet goes when they catch wind of something, they run with it. So I guess this is what they're running with right now.
That's definitely true. That is so true. Andrea says thoughts on Marissa Tomei's comment on Gay Aunt May. That's why you did, bitch. God. That's why you did it.
That was so stupid when she said that. I was like, really, girl?
Yeah, because she was like, well, Uncle Ben's dead, and I think Aunt May should have somebody, but I think it'll be nice for her to have a woman. Baby, y'all didn't even establish Ben, right? Y'all didn't even establish Ben in the like, what are you talking about? She said it as if that it was already established, like as if we already saw Ben. Ben was never even mentioned in the series, so I don't know. I thought, but hey, Marissa, that's why they killed your ass off. Bye, bitch.
I was gonna say. I hope you didn't speak up too loud because that definitely would explain why they killed you out there. Like, you know what? She's getting a little too big for her britches. It's time to get rid of this one.
Yeah. The Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy is superior to MCU. Duh. Yeah, because Peter thought MJ was ugly because every time his Aunt May would ask how she looked, she told him that she has a good personality and avoided the question. Thoughts on Mary Jane Into the Spider-Verse for the number of screen time? I mean, she's fine, but she wasn't the main character and she wasn't the main focus. And at least she looked good. Oh, they brought in Heather Zontos. Yeah, that's what destroyed Valiant. Yeah, you're right.
That's what. Yeah.
Yo, doesn't the MCU Aunt May actress look like Dr. Octopus' wife from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2? It's funny because Aunt May hooked up with Doc Ock in the comic book. Yeah. I did have female friends in middle school who said that their favorite crushes were either Gohan, Sasuke Uchiha, or Peter Parker and Dick Grayson. All right. My female friends also said that their video games were Terry, Beauregard, or Ryu. Y'all remember Nightwing from Nightwing comic? He was so annoying. No. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and pretend like I remember that character.
I remember that one. He was like the psychotic looking one. I actually think I have the comic, like when he first appeared or whatever. But yeah, he was.
I mean, I probably might need to see a picture of him, and then I probably be like, oh, okay. My favorite is Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Tiana is underrated. It's not because she's black. Now, if you want to talk about a character that they really screwed over, Disney really screwed over Tiana. Like, the only Disney princess to be turned into a damn animal for the most of the movie.
That's like, true. Yeah, that was kind of messed up.
I was like, this is disrespectful as hell. What the hell? Princess Jasmine is my favorite because she was fiery. Yeah. Jasmine didn't play no games. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the one we're talking about.
Let me see. No, I don't remember this character. I don't remember it. I'm sorry. I don't remember that character. But he looks annoying.
Yeah, he definitely was.
What? What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about No, we were talking about Nightwing. It was a kid called Nightwing in Nightwing, but I don't remember the character at all. That's a good thing because he was probably aggravating.
True.
Ever wonder why Wally West works as a take up to the mantle compared to other people who don't work up into taking the mantle like Bucky? I don't know. It all depends on how you write them or whatever, but nowadays Marvel and DC wants to just put diversity in these iconic roles and mantles and hope that we'll just accept them because they're a different race now. Isn't that great? My favorite princess is Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
My sister has a tattoo of her.
I don't see what people saw in her though.
Oh my gosh, she was really nice though. Like she was
No. I mean, I'm not saying that she's a bad character. I'm just saying I don't see what people saw in her to make her a favorite Disney princess. You get what I mean? Though?
I mean, I guess it's probably because she managed to somehow survive, not being beaten to death by a giant beast creature. I mean, you gotta give her credit where credit is due. I mean, the beast was like spoiled little bitch. Like, let's be real. He was
I
like
liked her because she liked books, and I was like, I could get down with that,
Yeah, definitely. What do y'all think? Who do y'all think is like probably the least interesting Disney princess that you ever seen?
Man, I gotta really think about that one because I have to go back into my brain.
Snow White.
I'd probably say Snow White. I don't trust anybody who's possibly had a train ran on her by a bunch of midgets.
No.
I was gonna go and say I'll say it for all of us. I'm sure we were all thinking it.
I was trying not to. Okay, all right, cool. I would say Sleeping Beauty only because I don't know her. I don't know her enough to care about her. The only cool thing is when her and the prince was dancing in the forest and they did that song, I know you and what when you once upon a dream, and that's about it. And then after that, she pricked her finger and she was gone the rest of the movie. I'm like,
wait, do they count Pocahontas as an official Disney princess?
Pocahontas is an official Disney princess that they don't want to use because they don't want to offend the Native American people anymore because apparently it's offensive now.
Who knew, right?
Even though they worked with Native American people to make sure it wasn't offensive, but some people took the story of Pocahontas and was like, you guys are bastardizing Pocahontas' story and this isn't what really happened to her. No, shit, Sherlock. That's why it's oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. All right. I thought it was kind of obvious that it wasn't the real Pocahontas story, but all right.
Yeah, you would hope. Like, it's a kid's cartoon. It's not a documentary.
Right. Like, you really thought Disney was going to be like, you know what? We should go and tell Pocahontas' true story. They even mentioned, even in the beginning, that is based off of a true story of Pocahontas, but it's a fantasy version. It was always stressed that it wasn't a real telling of the character, and yet here we go. People are like, "Oh my God, you're being culturally appropriate to Native American people," and I'm just like, funny how it's only white people saying that.
Yeah, if anything, y'all should be thanking them for like giving y'all enough interest to go look up her actual story.
Right, but I ain't gonna lie. My favorite moment is at the end of the movie when she runs after John Smith's boat. And then that beautiful orchestrated music plays, and then she runs to that cliff, and that hair blows in the wind with them leaves coming out of it. I was like, yes. The animation team did so well on her hair. The hair physics in Pocahontas is fantastic. I think she's an underrated Disney princess, if you ask me. I think she's probably the most underrated Disney princess of all time.
I'd agree with that.
The less interesting one is probably like what you said, Free Fire. I mean, like what you said, Dylan, was it's either Snow White or Aurora, to be honest. But I think Snow White got more popular because of Once Upon a Time made her like this warrior bitch. Like she was not taking nothing from nobody in Once Upon a Time.
I can see that.
But Aurora, she stayed sleeping too much for me. I was like, nah, y'all miss me with that one. Let's see. I like your video on Rachel Taylor as Miss Marvel. I wish you was in charge of DC and Marvel, but obviously people with common sense and intelligence can't be working for the company. Nope. Sadly, they can't. They can't. Is Star from Star versus the Forces of Evil official? No.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
My favorite is Mulan. Yes.
Mulan's pretty cool too. Yeah.
I don't like Elsa. Frozen wasn't even that good of a movie. It sure wasn't, but Dylan told everybody it was, and now everybody watches it.
That wouldn't mean shit. I'm not into none of that Frozen shit. Y'all can miss me with that.
Like Korra. Yeah, Korra sucks. Yeah, Korra does suck. I agree with y'all. Korra does suck.
Yeah.
I know that song, Trey. Yep. I love Gordon from Under the Night. Okay. I hope I'm not the only one who remembers the anime Big O. I had a little crush on Dorothy, kick-ass android.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I loved Big O. I fucking love that show.
I love when you always used to say it. I love when you always used to be like, Big O, Showtime. Yeah, he was basically Batman with a big old robot. That's what the show basically was anyway.
Shit, what y'all know about it? I literally never forgot Big O.
Hell no, he got one.
I got a Big O. Like, y'all, when I found this online one day, I was like, yo, this is coming home to me. And yeah, it's been on my shelf. It's back there. Y'all can't see it because of the box. But oh yeah, I remember Big O.
What are you guys' thoughts on Watch Mojo channel? I find their current content boring and sucks. It's okay. It's not offensive or anything. Sometimes their takes are a little hot dumb, but whatever. D Solar Knight says, so Kate, this is for you, Kate. You're gonna be going up the stairs and going down the stairs and going up the stairs and going down the stairs and going down the sideways stairs. Family Guy.
Oh God, y'all really did that.
Oh my God, Anthony Dixon over here talking about DC's gonna make all of these characters date each other, like, and then they'll try to make Bruce and Oliver date each other because of a small percentage of people really believe that Bruce and Oliver were friends with benefits. Please don't give them that idea.
They're already doing it, Trey. They're already doing it.
I'm sure there are people who actually believe that.
You're probably right. The Eternals comics is going to be like going to be cringe like the movie. Well, it's based off of the movie, and they're hoping that people will like the comic book, so you'll go back and be like, oh, I guess the Eternals wasn't a bad movie after all. No,
yeah, they're really hoping for that, and I'm like, they should have canceled that because this must have been in plan for like at least 6 months, 8 months, whatever. It was ahead of time, and when they saw that the movie was failing, they should have been like, okay, let's scoot our horses a little bit and cancel it. We're not going to bring it up ever again. But boss, no. We're canceling it. Nobody talks about this ever. And if anyone does, then good luck. Then I don't know what's going to happen to you.
You can tell that they actually thought that Eternals was going to be a massive success. They really
were shoving it into everything. So
yeah, they did establish Bendo through Peter Packing montage. I mean, that's not really establishing nothing, though, Dominic. Like, how the hell you going to establish a person by, oh, look, his suitcase? Okay. Just read the original Eternal comics starring with the original Jack Kirby run. Yeah, that run is a little bit more tolerable.
True.
I mean, the webtoons. Yeah, I already know that you meant the webtoon. They're trying to push the Eternals through high hell of water. We're going to like the Eternals.
They can keep on trying.
But nothing's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Sleeping Beauty or Snow White and Elsa are the worst Disney princesses, in my opinion. I never looked at trains the same again. Thanks, Dylan. Laugh my ass off. Well, why didn't you imagine that, Blue Wind?
Yeah, it's one thing for me to imagine it and then say it. It's another thing for you to actually take my suggestion.
Free Fire Pro said, "I would love to join that train, Dylan."
Oh no!
Yo, that is, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it because I think you may have incriminated yourself in some sort of imaginary crime. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna touch it the way that you would be touching that unconscious woman. Moving on.
Kate and Dylan, thoughts on G4? I think we already talked
Yeah,
about that.
I thought we already talked about that.
Mhm.
Or I
Yeah.
guess Gray probably rambled and we forgot. No, we did it. We did it. Like,
No, I think we all said our piece about it. It's just like, I mean, she shouldn't have said what she had said. I get where she was coming from, but not a time. There's a time and a place for that, and that
Exactly.
wasn't the time nor the place for it. And she can't get mad that she's not as fuckable as the other host. You don't like men, so why do you care? You're getting paid to review games. Focus on that. And,
Somebody
you
should have
know,
cut her ass off.
yeah, somebody definitely should have cut her off. And I hope NBC, I hope big bosses from NBC come on down to G4 and be like, yeah, Frost, you're fired. Black Okage, you're fired. Adam, we gonna hold on to you because people like you for nostalgia. Gerard, you can stay. You good, bro. Cause you ain't you don't even know what the fuck going on half the time. And the other people from the other shows, yeah, y'all fired and stuff for the Patrick guy. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna clean house and we're gonna get some people that actually look good, look presentable, and look like they actually enjoy video games. And I would get a collection of some YouTubers. And to be honest, I would even get a special star. I would make sure I would even get PewDiePie to like maybe promote us or something. But y'all gonna have to figure out something. But if you got those people right there, it ain't gonna work. Oh, hey, Roger Smith from Big O was one of my anime crushes. I'm a mecha freak. I haven't seen an interesting anime in recent era of anime, partially because the mecha phase is apparently over. Yeah. But I mean, there's
outside of like Gundam stuff.
Yeah, Gundam is probably your best bet when you want mecha stuff. Who are y'all least favorite DC and Marvel character? Kate, Dylan, and Trey.
oh my God.
DC and Marvel least favorite. Oh shit. Damn, that's actually kind of okay. Least favorite Marvel character is Miss Marvel Kamala Khan.
Okay, damn it. I was gonna say her too, but sure, you got it. This one.
But DC, shit.
And you know what's so funny is most of DC's characters are actually more likable. Than Marvel's characters. Marvel characters, I can definitely tell you a few characters I can't stand from Marvel, but DC, most of their characters are pretty interesting though.
Yeah, or they're just like not used enough for you to like not like them.
Yeah, pretty much. But I will say for Marvel, I would say the least interesting Marvel character for me is definitely it's a group. It's two groups. And it's the Inhumans and the Eternals. Because the way Marvel tried to push them on us, it didn't work. And it'll never work. So stop it. Stop it, Marvel. And for DC, damn it, that's a hard one for real, though. Because, again, most of DC characters are likable.
I think if I had to pick, like, current day, if you had asked me, like, few years back, it wouldn't be this character, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Harley Quinn right now.
Oh yeah. Dylan's definitely on that one. Yeah, like I would say Harley Quinn now, like 2016 till now, can't stand her. And I would say aged up John Kent. Terrible characters. Those two characters are hot trash. Trash. And I can't stand them. Can't stand them. But yeah, I don't. Other than that, really, god dang it, DC really don't have characters I really can't stand though. But Marvel, Marvel know how to make characters you can't stand though. But DC, like, don't really like their characters are either charming or we don't, like Dylan said, we don't know enough about them really, unless they really do
Yeah.
something that's out of character. But no, I don't really have a problem with any of the DC characters besides like the origins that they try to do, like the retcon of whatever. Oh, Barry Allen. Barry Allen. I forgot Barry Allen, yes, because if Barry Allen never ran back in the past to go save his mom, we wouldn't have got Flashpoint. We wouldn't have got the New 52.
Oh, okay. Then also, since we're on that kind of track, also for me on DC would be Superboy Prime. That little shit. I can't stand that little asshole.
I can see why. I definitely can see why. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely can see why. Even though I enjoyed the character, but I can definitely see why. The only reason why I enjoyed him because I was just like, holy crap, how crazy this boy went. That boy went.
But that's my thing too. Like he went all the way crazy. Then he killed Golden Age Superman. I was like, nah, fuck you, kid.
Yeah, he beat the brakes out of him.
And
they tried everything too.
Same. And like for me, like other than just like Kamala Khan on like Marvel side, the other one would probably be like the Hulk. But not because like anything's annoying about the Hulk. I've just never really been that big of a fan of the character.
Understandable. Oh, and Swole She-Hulk.
Yeah.
God, Swole She-Hulk was not the business at all. And okay, for DC and Marvel, another category you can put in there, any character that's been sexuality swapped or race swapped, those characters I can't stand.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and that's for Marvel and DC because unnecessary. So that's like half the Marvel universe and half the DC universe at this point, since half the characters are now all of a sudden they just woke up today and was like, I'm going to be LGBT.
Oh, you know what? Dominic actually has a really good point. The Section 8 people from DC2 made by Garth Ennis, I can't fucking stand those characters either.
Section 8. Hold on. I need to look at Section 8. Let me
look them up. I hate them. The one that I hate the most, Dominic, and I think you may agree with me, is definitely Dog Welder.
Oh, never mind. When you said that, yes. But they were made. They were made for us to. They were actually purposely made for us not to like them. Actually, I just remember that we were purposely.
That's why I was like I was so annoyed when they had that like crossover series where like Batman teams up with them. I was like, what are y'all doing, dude?
Yeah, because they was trying to get us to like those characters. I mean, well, they weren't trying to get us to like them. They knew that we didn't like them, and I was just like, ugh. Kamala sucks, and thoughts on Shang-Chi. I never watched Shang-Chi. It didn't seem interesting to me. Falcon and the Winter Soldier could have been better, should have been better. We should have got a Captain America 3, a true Captain America 3 before they retired Steve Rogers. Because when I'm watching Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm like, where's Captain America at? Like, and that sucks too when you're thinking about, so where's Captain America at though? Instead of his side bitches.
That's exactly how I felt too. And then like on top of that too, I was like, why did y'all have to put like Falcon in the cap suit? I get it happened in the comics, but like he's Falcon. He has his own identity. Like if you're gonna do it to anybody, have it be Bucky. You know what I mean? Like not everybody knows him as a Winter Soldier. So I mean you could put him in the Captain America costume like y'all did in the comics too. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, another character that Anthony brought up. I don't like Teen Lantern. You right. I don't like her neither. Naomi, I don't like her neither.
I still haven't seen the first episode of the damn new show, but I might watch it later tonight and just see what the hell is going on with that. Yeah,
it was this guy. He was trying to like tell me I should give it a chance because it's only the first episode. It's a CW show, and Superman and Lois is a CW show, and you gave that show a chance. That's because the show was damn good on episode 1, and it was Superman. DC knew they better not have screwed that up. All right, like Superman has 80 years to this girl's less than 3 years, and I'm supposed to like her because she's black. I was like, just because you like her because she's black, that's fine. But I don't have to like her, and I'm not going to like her. There's nothing of substance there. And even when I was watching the episode, I'm like, they changed so many things from the comic books. So y'all couldn't even stick to the damn book. 6 issues. And you mean tell me you couldn't stick to nothing from that? God damn.
And then y'all got Ava DuVernay coming out saying like, "Oh yeah, we're going to explore the full length of her powers, including how she's, basically as strong as Superman." I was like, "What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing over there?"
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, now I have to remember all the bullshit. And I'm like, did she? No, I don't remember her carrying shit.
Apparently, they're going to reveal to us how she's just as powerful as Superman. I was like, why?
Remember Kate when she in Action Comics, because Brian Michael Bendis was writing her, and she visited that Superman did test Batman did test on her, and she was like, man, she's as powerful as Superman. And then she turned to
now I
Clark
remember that.
He turned to Clark. He turned to Superman. He was like, even she might be even stronger than you, Clark. And I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I know. I was like, you what? Nah, the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm. And Dominique said, well, Superboy Prime did get restored to be what he was by Scott Snyder. That's great, and let's hope they never bring crazy psychopathic Superboy Prime out again. But who knows? Bobby Drake I hate, Tim Drake I hate, Alan Scott I hate, because their sexual orientation was changed for no reason. Yeah, I forgot American Chavez isn't a good character either, which is sad because when she was first introduced, she actually was a good character though. Marvel got shit after Marvel Now, and that ruined Marvel. And same thing with DC and the New 52. Yeah. Let's see. My least favorite DC event besides Heroes in Crisis. Event besides Heroes in Crisis. Least favorite Marvel event besides Civil War 2. Oh, are you asking what our least favorite events besides Heroes in Crisis and Civil War 2? One More Day. One More Day is definitely an event. I don't know if you want to talk about crossover event, but if you want to, One More Day, and if you don't want to use that one, I think Monsters Unleashed. I think that was such a dumbass event. That event that came out after Civil War 2, monsters are attacking New York City. Why? I don't know. You literally said it was going to happen. Oh, okay. And Identity Crisis. Identity Crisis. I think we already know why Identity Crisis was a problem. But I'm not gonna lie.
Identity Crisis was not good.
I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't a bad book though. It was just the story was just it like it was written. The story was written well, but the execution of it was just horrible. Horrible. I was like, man, this story is so unnecessarily dark. Why? Why did we do this to these characters?
For me, like my least favorite DC, I probably would have said Identity Crisis 2, but okay. Least favorite DC event probably would have to be Flashpoint. Just not that it was like bad overall. It was just like it tried to do too much, and like the impetus for it all of like Barry Allen really wanted to go back and save his mom. I was like, that's a really stupid reason to kick off an event that changes all of your comics. Like that's very weak. For Marvel, I probably would have said the first Civil War, but I think I'm actually going to say Secret Wars 2. That one where it was they went through the
Wars 2 wasn't good. It wasn't as good as the first one.
That payoff was like just not good at all. Like the story itself, it was like they kept trying to like build it up, like, oh, the stakes are really building up, and then it got all the way to the end of it, and I was like, really? That's what was being hidden? Yeah, that was just stupid. So yeah, I'd probably say Secret Wars 2 and then Flashpoint.
I'm not gonna lie too, and as much as I like the Flashpoint book, I have to agree with you on that one, Dylan. It's over time. It has become an aggravation for me. Mm-hmm. Like I have the comic book, I got the entire run, and I haven't got the side content books though. But just when you think about it, you're like, hold on. Now that you really think about it, this motherfucker ruined the entire DC universe because he missed his goddamn mom. even though he know time travel was not the business, he still did it anyway and created this hot ass bullshit DC comic universe, then tried to go back and fix it, and then got interference where we got the New 52. Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Flashpoint, definitely terrible event, along with Barry Allen. Like ever since Flashpoint, I have never forgiven Barry Allen. And even though DC tried to retcon and be like, oh, it was someone else, nah, it was Barry. Barry can kick rocks.
Yeah, we know who was at fault there.
Jeff Johns. I understand Jeff loved Barry Allen, but it's just like, but Jeff, nobody was asking for this character to come back.
Like it wasn't needed.
He was not needed at all. That was such a waste of time and space. Like, god damn it. It pissed me off, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My favorite milestone character. Mine is Static. Of course I like Static, but I don't like any of the new stuff that's happening with Milestone. So yeah. Sad to say. Though, be honest.
Who would be my favorite Milestone character? I guess maybe. I guess I'd probably say Icon.
Yeah, Icon and Rocket. They're pretty cool characters.
I think so. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say Icon.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. American Chavez used to be good before Marvel gave her to Gabby Rivera and they made her a caricature of a lesbian. In a previous characterization, she was a hero who happened to swing both ways. Yeah, it's kind of funny that people seem to forget that America Chavez was into guys and girls, and ever since Gabby Rivera did it, they were like, "Oh, she's just straight into women all the time." Are you asking which one do we prefer, Green Lantern Rebirth or Flash Rebirth? I would say I would prefer Green Lantern Flash Rebirth over Flash Rebirth, because at least with Green Lantern, it didn't like completely like destroy the other Lanterns characters at the cost of bringing one character back, unlike Flash Rebirth, which kind of destroyed the Flash family and led into Flashpoint. So yeah, no, Flash Rebirth, terrible. Worst DC or Marvel artist and or writer. Whoever's working on Harley Quinn right now. I don't know the artist, and I don't even care. His work is trash ass work. I mean, I'm like, are y'all?
I was like, I can't remember who it is either.
But you know what I'm saying. But you see the artwork, and you're like, are you guys shitting me right now?
Yeah, it just looks bad.
And John Romero Jr. I'm sorry, I know he's legendary, but he right now his work looking like a whole lot of lazy. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is, but
yeah, I've never liked his art, quite honestly.
I mean, and understandable. It's definitely understandable, but right now, current year, like especially they're celebrating the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. And they brought him back, and I'm like, man, this artwork is ugly. People are like, man, are you crazy? It's John Romero Jr. Okay, and it looks like the same garbage work that he was doing in Superman Action Comics. Like, no, it's ugly. It's ugly, to be honest. No, I'm not about to sit up here and pretend like it's good. And terrible writer from DC and Marvel, Vita Ayala, to be honest. She writes for both of them. So, terrible. She's garbage. On it, Tom King is definitely terrible on DC, to be honest, and Brian Michael Bendis, because he's done some terrible Marvel and DC books as well. So and then of course you got Tom Taylor right now, but we'll see, because I mean we'll see. But so far he's starting to get there. He's definitely starting to get there. Barry killed Bart and Wally West and Linda and their children, and didn't even ever apologize to Wally for erasing him. And the universe forgot about his family because I forgot. Like, right. And DC loves like playing the victim with Barry Allen, like as if Barry never done anything at all. And I'm just like, no, Barry, you're a screw up. And if I was Wally West, I'd beat the hell out of you. Just being honest. For Milestone is Blood Syndicate next to the Shadow Cabinet. They were street level Justice League with Defender dynamic, the way they operated. I'm about to watch Naomi to reference Octavia Spencer in Spider-Man. May God be with me.
Yeah.
Good luck with
Peace be with you, brother.
Right. Vita, Mags, Bendis, Taylor, King, Aaron, Williams are bad. Those are collective bad writers, or as Dylan's best friend, subjective.
Exactly. Don't forget, it's all about capitalism.
Right. Barry's parents lived long enough to be with their son before their eventual passing after he became Flash. While Flash Rebirth is a good storyline, Jeff Johns left a negative impact on the Flash family. Yeah, he did. And it was so unnecessary, to be honest. Like, everything that's bad that's happened, Barry, was me, Reverse Flash. I mean, it was kind of obvious that it was you, but okay, sure. But I don't think the story demanded us to know that reveal, really. But okay.
All right. And it really did take away some of like the whole appeal for Barry, in that he sacrificed himself during Crisis on Infinite Earths, where it's like, oh no, like when they brought him back, it was like, oh no, he wasn't actually dead. He just ran so fast he ended up in the Speed Force, and then eventually it spit him back out. It's like, what?
Even though
that
we
just
saw him
takes
turn
all
to
of the
dust
weight.
and die.
Yeah, like we saw his like skeleton and shit just like
Yeah.
disintegrate. Like, you just took all of that emotional weight out of it, and we're like, oh no, he's fine. He just ended up in the Speed Force for a few years, but he's back. It's all good. It's like, no, y'all should have left him there.
Yeah, it is Dan DiDio. He convinced the people at Warner Brothers to let him reboot the universe. Because Flashpoint wasn't even supposed to be a lead up into that. It was only when he went and talked to the boards, and they were like, and he convinced them, like, hey, if we want to get new readers, we need to reboot the entire universe. And for 3 months, it worked. For 3 months.
And you know what? I guess, damn, and I really hate to say it, but I guess I do have to actually thank them, because I guess for me that did work. Because literally, I started rereading comics when that event was coming out, because I saw an article being written about Flashpoint and how it was about to like shake everything up in the DC universe. And they were talking about the last time something like this big happened was back during Crisis on Infinite Earths. So I read about that, and I was like, yo, I want to read that story. Not Flashpoint. Well, I was going to work my way to Flashpoint, but I was like, I want to read Crisis on Infinite Earths. And then I found out they'd had a whole bunch of crises before then. So I was like, well, shit, I want to read all of them. So I went all the way back to the beginning, read all the way through Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then finally into Flashpoint. And then I rolled straight into New 52, y'all. So, I mean, in a way, I guess it did kind of work, because I guess without Flashpoint, I may not be sitting here right now. But at the same time, I'm like, the stories weren't that good. Like, there was no point in doing a lot of that shit.
Yeah, and what makes it terrible is DC had just recently got out of an event before Flashpoint, and that was Final Crisis. So you didn't even really let Final Crisis sit after all of the craziness that happened with that story, and that's a story really for you, to be honest. Like, if you and Kate ever get a chance to read Final Crisis, it's
I read that. That shit was just, it was off the walls.
I read that story twice in comic book form, and I read it twice in a novel form, and it's still like it's something. It's neither good nor bad. It's just like DC.
It's a lot.
What the hell? Like, Jesus Christ.
Like, they literally handed all the keys over to Grant Morrison and were like, go crazy. And he was like, will do.
And before that, he had did Multiversity. So you're just like, okay, so you let him do Multiversity, which that was something crazy anyway. And then here we go with Final Crisis, and it's just like, what the hell, Grant?
Like,
What
and
are you doing?
I've read that damn what is it, Super Gods, like his novel about like just his life and his writing style and everything. Like that man, well, because he's non-binary, they are non-binary.
Oh, no, we're
That
not doing that.
person, I know.
I'm not doing this.
I
I'm
was
not doing
like,
this with him.
I'm not calling a 50, 60-year-old Scottish man by they them. We're not playing that game today, Grant.
Eric, I gave you one. I gave you one. Don't do it. Don't do it. I gave you one. Everybody gets one.
Oh my goodness.
Where
Eric's
would
out
you
here
rank,
trying to push it.
like, where will you rank crises at? Let's see. The number one crisis, of course, would be Crisis on Infinite Earth. After that, we could. I mean, wait, because then you got 0 Hour, I believe, and there are
Oh,
some
yeah,
books
Zero
that are
Hour
not.
earlier.
There are not crisis. Hold on. Let me make sure before because there are some books that DC do consider crisis now. So I'm just like, okay.
One of my least favorite was like the whole millennium. I think it was Millennium storyline where like the fans and this was before social media, y'all, where the fans literally figured out, oh, okay, the villain is actually going to be Captain Atom, and then DC was
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh shit,
we did
they
figure it
figured.
out.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we can't let them like be on to like how it actually happened, so they literally just had it changed to Hawk
And
of
made it
Hawk and
Hawk.
Dove. Yeah,
Yeah.
like for no fucking reason other than just, oh well, we got to make sure they don't actually know what happens. It's like, really? Like y'all did that literally just to fuck over the fans? Like that was such a bitch move.
Okay, so here are the official crisis events in DC comic books. Crisis on Infinite Earth, Infinite Crisis, Final Crisis, 0 Hour, Crisis in Time, Identity Crisis, Convergence, Flashpoint, Dark Knight Metal, Countdown to Infinite Crisis, Armageddon 2001, which you just said that trashy ass story, Dylan. Worlds Collide, Countdown to Final Crisis, Blackest Night, Milk Wars, Flash of Two Worlds, DC 1 Million, Death of Superman, Heroes in Crisis, Invasion, Day of Vengeance, Brightest Day, OMAC Project, Rand and Thanagarian War, and Our World at War. Those are the official crises that DC named. So those are the official ones, which some of them I don't even like. How the hell is Death of Superman a crisis?
I know. I was like, well, I mean, I guess like they were trying to go off of like, well, when he died, like it just led to all this other shit, I guess. But it's like all those other ones, yeah, but all those other ones dealt with like, different universe and shit. That one was literally just on one Earth.
And then Milk Wars, like really?
That was that one that was written by Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. I always forget about it. I have the comics and I still haven't even fucking read them.
I'm not gonna lie, Dylan. It's weird and it's got a lot to do with dairy.
I figured. I was like, why is it called Milk Wars? But I was like, I guess it really has to do with milk.
It
That
really
one,
does.
and then what was another one that they mentioned? I heard it in the list. I was like,
DC
oh
1
yeah,
million.
I forgot.
I don't understand how DC 1 million is a crisis event though. I mean, we know that the Justice League from the 853rd century joined the Justice League in the present to stop something, but I don't understand how that is a crisis.
Yeah, I guess I mean, at least not for like current day, because like the main villain was like the son from the future who was trying to wipe shit out. So I'm like, that's not really for us though. That was literally hundreds of thousands of years in the future from us. I don't know about that one. Convergence was one that
Worlds collide where Superman fall on Metropolis with the Man of Steel out of commission due to injuries of LexCorp and Project Cadman's conflicts. Like, oh, okay, I don't understand how that book is. I don't understand how Worlds Collide is still that, but all right.
I never got over the whole thing with Convergence. I didn't really like the storyline itself, but I just never forget, like, that was literally when I was like, are DC and Marvel literally just copying each other? Because at the exact same time they had Convergence going on, Marvel had Infinity Wars going on, and it was
Yeah.
literally the same thing. They had like a big bad that had all of these different characters from different time eras and shit, and like put them on separate worlds and shit, and had them fight out like who's gonna survive. I was like, how are y'all literally telling the exact same story at the exact same time?
Yeah.
Like, it just made no sense to me at all.
And what's crazy is with Convergence, it was really the story event really was an event for DC Earth 2. If you weren't reading Earth 2, so if you didn't read Earth 2 and Earth 2 at World's End, when Convergence happened, you're like, where did this book come from? You had to be reading Earth 2. So the book wasn't even for the main DC universe. It was for an alternate universe that most people didn't even know about. So it was weird. It was weird that book. What Convergence should have did, it should have been DC's get out of free card. Like I was like, DC, are you guys stupid? You got an event where you captured all of these different universes and worlds. All you have to do is at the end of this clash, reset the DC universe as if Flashpoint never happened and just go back to regular Earth. I don't know how hard that is, but for some reason they just couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it.
Another one that I remember that a lot of people forgot about is Future's End. I don't know if y'all ever read that one. Like, I didn't like that storyline at all. Like, I think that one happened like literally right before they started doing the Doomsday Clock stuff, and it just
Dylan.
it was no good.
No, Future's End. No, that's labeled the worst comic book event in history from both companies.
Terrible.
Like nobody talks about Future's End because it was hyped up because it was supposed to be the introduction of Batman Beyond into the New 52, right? But oh my God, Future State was downright a nasty story. It was a nasty story. You were like, man, holy shit. And the book's horrible. The book is
really
garbage throughout all of it. The book is
Future.
it
was just like it. None of it made sense from beginning to end, and I was like, "What are y'all even trying to do with this? Like, who smoked like a bad batch of weed and thought they had a good idea here?"
Dominic, it's not just DC's worst event besides Heroes in Crisis. See, Heroes in Crisis that made people forget about Future's End. Future's End was so bad that it's been scrubbed from people, from people's memories and stuff like that. Because DC, after Future ended, failed, and it failed bad, and then that's what led them into trying to do Convergence. Nobody talks about Future State, and it's literally labeled as the worst comic book event in comic book history, and not just DC. We're talking about Marvel, Image, all of it. Any comic book event, Future's End is the worst out of it, and we don't talk about Future's End. We don't.
And you could just feel like that they knew it too, because I remember I finished reading that series or like that whole event, and as I finished like the last of it, I was like, I can just tell y'all were like, fuck it, just write the story, finish it, put a bow on it, and let's get it out because we need to end this shit already. I was like, damn, y'all were trying to end this, and I could feel it in the comics.
I mean, it's not a good book. It's not a good book. No. It feels unnecessarily bleak. It feels downright nasty at times too, and you're just like, why? Who is this for? Because it seems like you hate the damn. It seems like you hate the DC universe, the writers. Like, can y'all stop writing bullshit? You know what I mean? Doomsday Clock. I think it's a good event. It just sucks that Dan DiDio and them got interfered with Jeff Johns and made them change a few things to tweak to Brian Michael Bendis and Tom King and Scott Snyder's needs, instead of letting Jeff Johns reboot, mini soft reboot the DC universe to what pre-New 52 DC was. Like, of course, but definitely. I mean, yeah, Heroes in Crisis did age poorly. Like, there are going to be a few event books from DC and Marvel that just did not age well. And Heroes in Crisis, Future State, and Identity Crisis, and Convergence. Those are probably like the 4 worst books. And you're just like, what the hell was y'all thinking, DC?
That's what I'm saying too. I do like Doomsday Clock. I always just find it hilarious how much like Alan Moore hated it because they were like using his characters and shit. Like that's the only thing that I always find like funny about it when he's like, I'm spitting venom all over DC Comics. I was like, we know, Alan, like you've been spitting venom at them for fucking decades now.
But at the same time, you can't ignore the fact that they did something different with your characters. Just like when people were like, I don't know. I think some people were like, you know how people were talking about the Watchmen show. They were like, oh my god, it's super woke or whatever. And I'm just like, what are you guys talking about? Have you guys not read Watchmen? Watchmen is very politicized. I don't understand what the hell y'all was thinking. Like, what do you mean Watchmen, the show, is political? Duh. What
I will say though, I do
the original.
And that's why I do agree with Alan Moore when he's like, I think I might have made a bit of a mistake in like trying to deconstruct the superhero and making them very like bleak and dark storyline, because then after that, literally everybody else was doing that. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of how we arrive at this point nowadays, where people still try to like deconstruct superheroes and be like, oh, isn't it weird how they do this or that, or how we just like accept that they are this way? It's like, well, no, because that's what comics are all about. And even he tried to like correct that in like books that he worked on afterwards by trying to just bring back straightforward superhero comics, but it was like the damage was done, dude. Like you did what you did and people tried to copy you because they thought it was popular. So unfortunate, but
and it sucks too. It definitely does suck, but yeah, it is what it is with it, to be honest. But I mean, I think Doomsday Clock was really good. I think it had good potential to really give fans what they want, and that's the problem with Marvel, DC, entertainment business in general, is like they be on the cups of giving the fans what they want, and then say, "Screw you guys," and it sucks, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know, it is what it is, to be honest. What people also tend to forget. Is Watchmen, Alan reconstruct the superhero tropes and archetype in the lead up to its climax. Yeah. It's sad though, even though Jeff made mistakes, he understood DC Universe and tried to fix it. But Dan Dio had control, and DC probably won't be fixed. Yeah. I'm sick and tired of the evil Superman trope. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the trope I hate as well, too. I definitely hate that trope. What do you think, Dylan and Kate? You guys are into the evil Superman trope?
Not at all. Like
Nope.
I'm tired of it.
I kind of
like
phased out after we just started talking about the continuities and events. I just kind of went like, okay, let the boys do what they do best.
No, I mean, I'm like over the whole like evil Superman trope. Like there have been stories in the past that have done it well. Like even though I can't stand Mark Waid anymore, like he did really good with his Irredeemable Incorruptible series. Like that one handled that perfectly. But so many other things have just tried to do that exact same thing of the whole like evil Superman. Like there's a little bit of that in Invincible, but I mean, even Invincible was like years ago. It was already doing that, and it kind of flew under the radar. So that one's fine. But then you have stuff like that movie Brightburn, where it was literally like a little Superman kid who all of a sudden just like, I don't know, he breaks and then he starts killing people. And I was like, what is the purpose of even doing this? Like, I'm just so tired of like that same thing all the time, like evil Superman, evil Superman. It's like, we get it. If Superman hadn't been raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent, he would have probably turned out evil. Okay, can y'all tell any other story besides just the evil version of him? Like there's gotta be something else. So I mean, I'm tired of that trope too. Like it's played out, it's tired, and people think that they're doing something like new or that they're reinventing the wheel when they do that. It's like, no, you're doing something that a bunch of people have already done much better.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Kate? You over the evil Superman trope?
I'm totally over it. I really don't care, to be honest.
Let's see. I'm so over these race swap, gender swap, and sexuality swap change. I think we all are. I think that's I got sick of the injustice after the oversaturation. Understandable. The beware the Superman trope is overused. I guess so. Yeah.
Like everybody trying to act like they're Lex Luthor, like, oh no, we would actually have to be very afraid of like a superpowered alien. It's like, calm down. Like he was raised with the right kind of ideals and he's a hero. Like we don't need all of everyone's take on like, but what if he turned evil? It's like, yeah, we know what would happen if he turned evil. Like,
right.
Tell a different story.
It says DC uses Batman and his family 50%. What's the rest of the percentage used by Superman and Wonder Woman fan and non-Trinity members? Superman and Wonder Woman might get like 25%, and then the rest of the pie is divided between other characters. To be honest, but yeah, the one crazy reason why I don't like Injustice because the people think that if Lois died, Clark would go crazy. Even though it's like I tell people, read Kingdom Come. Remember, Lois died by the Joker hands, and he didn't go crazy. But okay. The retelling of Bruce Wayne's origin is overused, definitely, and that's why I'm not into Dylan's best friend's new movie, The Batman, coming out, and I'm like, you can miss me with that movie. I'm not for it. I'm not for it, but it is what it is, guys. But yeah, I think we covered everything.
Yep, we did.
Covered everything. We covered everything.
I think we got it.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, this was fun, and we'll have to catch you guys later. And I guess us three will be on Apathetic Queen's live stream tomorrow. Did she even give us a time?
Yeah. I'm not sure yet, but yes, we're going to be on that stream tomorrow, and then after that, I'm going to be on Jeremy Lord Crackhead 33's channel. We're going to be talking again. I think that we're going to talk again about the debate between Nerdette and Shane. So make sure y'all come and watch me over there too. It's going to be a fun time.
I don't know why I thought you said me. I was about to say, well, look at all me. Well, I didn't know it was that interesting.
Oh my goodness!
No, I might actually bring it up because I brought it up in chat last time where I was like, yeah, she debated my boy Trey too, and she was acting all kinds of wild. So I probably will bring it up over there in that chat as well. So y'all make sure that y'all are watching me so that way y'all can support me. I know that the chat loves me, and I love y'all too. Wink.
Yep.
So
yeah.
So Dylan, you take a drink, and
of course,
I guess we'll get on out.
Cheers, everybody! Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for coming to the chat, guys. And like I said, we'll probably see you guys tomorrow and stuff like that. And we'll have fun again.
Yeah, since we're okay.
Oh, you got anything else to say, Kate? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say on Sunday I do have a new type of stream going on where I, take requests and draw it out. It's like I don't know what time I set it at, but if you went to my channel, you'll most likely find the time. So. If you want to want me to take a request, so yeah.
Nice.
Kate's gonna be doing art drawing requests. Go on her channel and request some art stuff because you never know what you might get.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that'll do it for us, guys. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out.